to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle.
One box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. May the best fighter win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, may one of his street soldiers avenge things.
See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. You know we just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes.
You're on the way to choose your type of life cause you gotta. I tell you from now, which fighter will be the hotter. I don't think you want this one, just practice. Just challenge me when you're ready with your tactics. High punch and spin kicks, watch your back split. I see you in the air when I make you backflip.
Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select to make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. May the best fighter win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, may one of his street soldiers avenge things.
See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. You know we just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes.
You're on the way to choose your type of life cause you gotta. I tell you from now, which fighter will be the hotter. I don't think you want this one, just practice. Just challenge me when you're ready with your tactics. High punch and spin kicks, watch your back split. I see you in the air when I make you backflip.
Get it on down. Select to make your first pick.
So that track is so fire. I mean, that is a old song, and I'm pretty sure that soundtrack was made in like less than 6 months too. So wow. Shout out to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, because the other two just can't hit it. Doesn't hit the same. I tried to listen to the other soundtracks. Don't hit. It doesn't quite hit the same. Third Strike there is where it's at. Yeah, but yo, what is up, everybody? Here it's your boy GQAzndood back with another Let's Watch and Hang Out tonight. Welcome. If it's your first time here, hey, good to see you. Normally we have the Gaming Academy on this show right around this time, but we are on school semester break, and we'll be back November 7th, right? November 4th. My bad. November 4th, we shall return with a brand new season 2 of Gaming Academy. I know everyone's excited for that. But for now, for the next couple weeks, you're stuck with me, watching some videos online and hanging out and just chilling. Normally we would, as we make the show better and for y'all. So, but today it's going to be a special one. This isn't about big gaming news or deep dives. It's just about you and the community. We're checking out your video submissions from the Discord. So if you have not joined our Discord yet, check it out in the link below. Do we have a link below? Let's see. Captions. No, I'll put it on the chat. But it is in the stream description if you want to check it out. Also, we're going to be checking out your video submissions. I already know what we're about to see, some wild stuff here. You guys been submitting some crazy things in the suggestion box. Hopefully some funny moments, epic plays, and total fails, and the whole buffet of chaos you guys love to send in. So grab your snacks, drop your reactions in chat, and let's have some fun together. If you haven't already, make sure to join the Discord. I have it right here. Hold on. I'll put it in chat for y'all right now. With the invite, everyone's welcome to join, chat with us, communicate, and just hang out in the Discord. Just chat with people that other gamers in the chat. And we're more than happy to have you there. So there it is. There it is in the chat there. And we got a bunch of different rooms there. We got news, we got art, we got game reviews. Man, it's going to be packed. And we're just waiting for our website to pop up. So any day now, and I'll give you guys know. And also, of course, if you haven't done so yet, check out Gamer Quotient clothing and gear and merchandise right below here. buy a gamer quotient gear at GQAzndood shop at fourthwall.com. You can get hats, you can get shirts. There's 2 different shirt designs. One is inspired by 1990s Sega Genesis ad. Also, you get a mug and some stickers. And as we sell more of those and as we get more demand, I'll add hoodies, I'll add more other things. So just keep that in mind. Also, use the code year1. That's year number 1 for a 10% discount. Year 1. Shout out to Andrew Venom 95 in chat already. What's up, dude? Welcome back. As always, appreciate you being here. Hopefully Blue, Jagos, and all the crew is here too. Just chilling, right? Scoping out, just hanging out. It's nice and fall weather, and we're here to watch some videos. So yeah. I got the intro done. I pitched the gear, right? So what else do we need? There isn't really any news. There's always games coming out, always brand new games coming. I was trying to fix my lighting here because it's like kind of bright. So hopefully it's gonna work out okay. So Jagos. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Hold on. Oh, hold on, that's not it. Here, can you hear this? I was making sure my sound effects work. So just, let me know if it doesn't work. Let me know if it does work. Last time, I don't think it was working. So I was like pressing buttons. Y'all weren't saying anything. So I'm glad that y'all showed up. Heard it. Awesome. All right. Well, with that said, y'all came here to hang out, chat about video games, and watch videos y'all submitted, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and get this going for you, and let's watch this video y'all wanted me to watch. Cool. All right. Well, I need to move like on the other corner here, right? Nope, that's not what I want to do. This is what I wanted to do. So boom. And okay. I look pretty good. It's very red. It's very red. So this video is called 30 must-play demos from October Steam Next Fest 2025. This is the up and coming. This is what's new, and this is what we should expect from the gaming industry. Hopefully, hopefully it's good. Hopefully, they learn from the indies. So let's do it. Let's do it.
It's that time of year again, and you know what that means. Steam Next Fest is upon us, and there are literally tons and tons of games that have demos available right now for you to play. So we've picked out just over 30 games that we think you should check out to help you sort through the many, many fantastic indie games out there. But before we get into that, if you'd like to help us bring a voice to the voiceless, why not go to patreon.com/I Dream of Indie Games. You'll gain Discord access to the greatest indie.
Let me know if the audio is good. If it's too loud, it's too quiet. And it looks like Blue's been playing demos yourself. I've seen some of your posts in the Discord of some of these demos, and last time I streamed, I did do like a demo night, right? I played like 3 demos while we played some games afterward, or while we watched some videos. So yeah, we're here, man. We're here to serve it. They're here to serve it up, and we're here to try it. We're trying these like hors d'oeuvres, right? You're stuck on Chain Echoes when you have time.
Gaming community. Enjoy early ad-free shows. Get our podcast 3 days early. Get a shout out at the end of every video we produce, and even more. But best of all, you'll be supporting indie visibility. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. Breaking news! Godbreakers is part of Steam Next Fest. This fast and frantic co-op action game is for up to 4 players and features a combat system which allows for cancelling moves mid-air, devastating combos, and more. Take down bosses on your quest to defeat AI gone mad. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The real twist here is that you can absorb your foe's powers, almost like Mega Man, and then use them yourself for the greater good. With tons of biomes to explore and a lovely visual style, the Godbreakers demo is a great one to download if you're a fan of the genre. Fancy yourself some magic and mysticism? Then why not try out the demo for Vex Mage? This is an arena shooter that mixes magic and gunplay together, and will officially launch later this month. But why wait? The demo will give you a taste of things now. Anticipate a deep spell fusion system where you can assign various runes, rely on speed and quick thinking, and survive explosive arenas either on flat screen display or in VR. Players can even enjoy cross-platform play, meaning Meta Quest users will be able to compete against those on Steam. Toss in a hard-hitting soundtrack, and fans of boomer shooters won't want to miss this one.
Boomer shooters?
Gambling-themed roguelikes seem to be all the rage these days, so why not toss another chip onto the pile with the Cascadia? This title looks to blend coin pusher mechanics with pinball gameplay for a bouncy good time. Build up powerful decks.
These, ticket games, these gambling games into video games now. I remember going to the arcade and watching this quarter machine thing. Oh my gosh, they're wow, like it's just so crazy that they're putting it in a video game now.
Charge up your coins with supernatural powers and let loose into arcade cabinets in order to unleash combinations and hit the jackpot. The game features realistic physics too, along with a full-on skill tree to master. Find out how the first coin progression system feels for yourself in this newly released Steam.
I mean, oh man, this is. Oh, I feel like they can gatekeep this by like actually paying real money to give you coins, and that's a bummer. Like, you know, like I'm thinking like a capitalist and somebody that's putting money into this game. But like in theory, a game like this is supposed to save you money from going to the actual arcade and gambling your money away, right? So you can experience it at home, right, and get that same thrill. But like now, it's like they're gonna monetize this. Ugh.
Next Fest demo. Fans of games like Balatro and Slay the Spire will get the most out of it. Are you hungry for a bit of 3D platforming? Well, Rerolled Studios' Pardon My French Toast just might hit the sweet spot for you and is also participating in Next Fest. Gain sugary abilities in this adorable release by spreading honey across the lands. There's some ooey gooey wall climbing to be done, sugary power-ups that will help you progress further, and fun foodie themed levels to explore. Try to collect all of the giant candies and even solve a few puzzles in this feel-good release launching later this year. Bite into the demo now. Changing things up dramatically, we now...
Man, the coloring and the shading of that game actually made me want to eat something sweet. Like, good job.
Turn to Cloudheim, a 1 to 4 player action game with physics-based combat, crafting, and a good deal of shop management thrown in for good measure. Take down gods and battle back evil in this imaginative world full of loot and breakable environments. Don't want to team up? Fear not, as the game can also be enjoyed in single player. While the full game will start in early access, you can get a nice preview of how it will play in its Steam Next Fest demo. Try this one before you buy, fantasy fans. A quirky, creepy, cozy experience now, My Little Cafe Nightmare is serving up screams this Next Fest. You are charged with renovating a haunted coffee shop, serving various ghosts their favourite brews. There's no shortage of resource management here, as you would expect.
Man, I love the bar has been set kind of low. Let's just talk about this for a second. I feel like the bar is set kind of low with some games, and I don't mean it like it's a bad game, but like we're literally playing a game about running a coffee shop when, like, I don't know, like just go try to get I don't know, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a job. Like, but I get it. It's a spooky coffee shop, but yeah, it's you know what I'm saying.
Cafe can also be decorated, with more upgrades becoming available through progression. This,
like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that like most video games put you in a situation where you're gonna save the world from evil, you're gonna defend and rescue the princess or whatever, right? And then did you play? Yeah, I played Coffee Talk, right? And I voice acted it with my friend. Like, that was the experience. It was a social experience, right? But what I'm saying is that like you're playing a game as like, I'm gonna go serve some coffee in a haunted house. Like, yeah, I guess cozy games, right? But they're just like, if you think about it, and I'm guilty of this, like these are ADHD games, which I do have ADHD. So like I understand the allure. I understand why people like it because I like these games. But I'm just saying like the nature of video games back then. If you put this game as a Nintendo game, do you think it would have sold really well? Probably not, because there's not enough interaction, not enough like what do you call this? Not enough like adventure to it. Back in the day, that's all I'm saying.
Cozy title serves up a good deal of fun, so order up the demo for yourself. It's on the house. Visual novel meets wave-based FPS in service with a shotgun. Doesn't sound like the kind of room service I typically want to dial in. The game
All right. See, like, okay, what's this? This is interesting.
takes place at a roadside shop and will have you battling back zombies that crave your flesh. The story will be a large emphasis of the game, with plenty of interesting characters to meet and some hilarious dialogue to boot. With 5 chapters in total, the demo will give you a good feel for the interesting mix of genres. I've heard that working retail is hell, but this is next level. Oh no! Looks like we're being pillaged by loads of Vikings! Protect your wares! Oh, wait, sorry. It's just turn-based tactics game Norse Oath of Blood. Easy mistake to make. Turn-based combat isn't all you can expect from Norse Oath of Blood, though that also looks to be a treat. You'll be building up a settlement from just a small camp, managing your community, and setting out on the path of vengeance. With stunning visuals, a little bit of something for everyone, and the ability to live out your Jarl fantasies, even only for a little while, why not check out the demo? This next one is launching into early access next month, but if you're looking for a sci-fi fantasy Lovecraftian RPG with a sweet art style and capybaras, then how about checking out the demo for Relic Abyss? With 20 characters to choose from, with their own huge set of skills, and all the typical RPG banger features, there is plenty for fans of the genre to enjoy. Plus, with its unique soundtrack, city building mechanics, and procedural generation, we're excited to see what this one has to offer.
There you go.
Star Fox fans may also want to check out the demo for Fur Squadron Phoenix, which is also a part of this year's Next Fest. Play as a pilot in this on-rails space-themed shooter that hopes to revive the genre and bring it to the present day with some roguelite elements. You'll also be able to upgrade your spaceship, defeat bosses, unlock all sorts of weapons, and, of course, choose your destiny with an expansive skill tree. If you've been yearning for some nostalgic gameplay or even just to do a barrel roll, this might be the demo for you. Next up, we're all going to experience what it's like to be a teddy bear fighting for the top spot in a toy shop in roguelike deck builder Barely Brave. Playing as the cuddly toad.
Bro, it is out of control, the imagination of these creators. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. Like, the creativity, but it's just like, whoa. You know how there's like an anime for everything? I feel like there's a game for anything now. It's insane.
Toby, you'll have to fight off the competition to escape the toy store, using a whole host of tool and weapon cards.
Fights in tight spaces. It's speaking to me.
No 2 runs at escape are the same. With every win, you'll get a bunch of new cards and other rewards to use in battle. Fight for your fuzzy freedom this Next Fest. If you're looking for a condensed hit of nostalgia, then I have the demo for you. Inspired by Wolfenstein 3D, this old school shooter has you trying to break out of an ancient prison, shooting through hordes of enemies, all of whom are desperate for your life to end. And with a whole bunch of enemies to fight with 9 different weapons to use and 24 different levels, there is plenty to shoot in the Brotherhood demo. No, but for real?
Like, that was complete aesthetic. That game was like, you gotta like that aesthetic to play that game, right?
Do you even forklift, bro? Well, you can start now by playing brand new.
Yeah, honestly, all these games so far I've never heard of before. So like, this video is like making me aware of all like these like smaller titles that like, hey, this is actually just a pick up and play kind of game, and it's like under $10. It's pretty cool.
Puzzler, do you even forklift? In a Ghibli-styled Japan, you can take your forklift license and solve over 30 puzzles, requiring you to put cars in the right place, whether they like it or not. Colourful, quirky gameplay, chaos-causing machines, and enough silliness to shake your stick shift at, why not check out the demo now?
Throw it in the
What would you do if the very concept of language was under threat? Well, Master Lemon, The Quest for Iceland, explores that very question. In a beautiful pixel art world full of language puzzles, you'll piece together the cure for a memory-devouring plague that is spreading across the Bashir's Island. The game includes 25 real-world languages and features characters inspired by real cultures from across the globe. Have a play and maybe learn some new languages with the demo for Master Lemon The Quest for
okay, this is dope. If a game is trying to teach you a new language, but through gameplay, I think that's so genius. I think that's so clever. And it's not just like a boring, like, I haven't played it yet, so I don't know, but like, it's not just like a standard, like, oh, you know, like a point and click game. This actually looks like a legit RPG adventure. So that's super cool.
Iceland. If language isn't really your thing, but fox girls and wolf girls are, then maybe Nozori would be more your speed. This action RPG stars Atsuko, a young fox girl who sets out on a quest to find a legendary hot springs in the wolf girl territory. With beautiful fox girls all around you, you'll need to explore the world, battle the many different kinds of
Also, what accent is this? Is this English? Like, this is English, right? The accent. It's probably like a certain area in English, northern or something. But yeah, you guys like fox girls. I like girls with English accents. Australian accents are pretty good too, but English accents pretty great. UK, chef's kiss.
Enemies and find out all the secrets of the light-hearted story. Battle your way through the
Just
deadly
that,
wolf
they
girls
sound like
in
this.
Nozori's demo. From wolf girls to werewolves now, with the auto-shooter roguelike Night Swarm.
Okay.
The vampire-themed RPG.
Okay, so like I said, this is just an aesthetic because this is Vampire Survivors is Vampire Survivors, right? We played 2 of those games last time, and it's just an aesthetic. One was like you're a soldier that got shot down, right? And you're trying to stave off aliens. And then the other one was what was the other one? Oh yeah, it's like some weird Diablo like 1996 clone, but it's a survivor game. Like it's like Vampire Survivors, right? This is the same thing. It's just a different aesthetic. It's all about the art. That's why art makes a big difference, even if the game is the same, because the gameplay will feel similar, right? But the look and feel of the game is gonna be different.
Bullet Hell has you playing as a young vampire lord as he begins his rise to power, and fighting against the hordes of werewolves trying to claim the night for themselves.
Here's the thing though, Diablo shouldn't. You're right. Vampire Survivors is just Diablo stripped down. But here's what everyone is thinking. I'm gonna say it out loud. That shouldn't be what Diablo should be. Diablo should feel like Diablo 2, right? And not 3. 3 was like when it got really crazy, but like 2 was more like it was slower paced, but there was much more to lose in Diablo 2, right? 4 feels like 3 with the look of 2. That's the issue with Diablo 4, right? And also endgame content. It's always endgame content.
Green-like characters and enemies, colourful worlds to explore, and interesting bosses to battle, you'll want to check this demo out to get into the Halloween spirit.
It was from the people.
Colour and Shadow, Corrupted Realms, and Hack and Slash 2D action are on the menu now, as action platformer RPG Shadows of Zana has also got a demo waiting for us this Steam Next Fest. You'll play as Special Agent Lord, an envoy of King Joy of the Kingdom of Gorilla.
So
With
cool.
plenty of secrets to discover and 2D platforming to complete, why not hack, slash, and swing this one onto your demo
That
list?
looks like a PlayStation 1
Wizard Cats. Honestly, need I
Wizard
say more?
Cats.
Well, I
Let's
suppose
go,
I will
Wizard
anyway,
Cats.
because Wizard Cats is also offering up a demo for this Next Fest season. Become your best wizard self by mastering the mystic arcane arts. But the more magic you learn, the more powerful your enemies will become. So this game will certainly keep you on your toes. In order to hone your magic craft, you need to combine runes for a highly customizable gameplay experience. Also, just look at these adorable creatures.
It honestly looks like a Super Nintendo game. And I mean that as a compliment. That's so cool.
Cats, magic, and a little bit of roguelike action is your cup of tea, then definitely give this one a go. Just when you think you've seen everything, Bigfoot Life releases a demo. As you might expect, this is a sim game based on the fabled creature of the same name.
The last game, it was you and your friends hunting Bigfoot. Now this game is you are Bigfoot. Will you be hunted by the other people? That'd be kind of funny.
Everything a Bigfoot does. Fish, forage, and perhaps most importantly, watch out for humans. Words to live by for anyone, honestly. Fear not, you'll even be able to customize the looks of your mythical beast, unlock Bigfoot skills, whatever those are, and build your own shelter. Just in time
it's a
for
good cozy
spooky
game.
season, we have a psychological horror demo in the form of Casting Whispers, where you'll need to listen closely if you hope to survive. No, really. The game has a key listening mechanic, where the player will need to stop and concentrate to find secrets and listen in on conversations to get all the details on what's going on in this American town in the 1960s. This one looks super atmospheric, and the listening mechanic is an interesting touch. Horror fans, don't miss your chance to try Casting Whispers for yourself. Any fans of deck building and monster collecting out there? Well then Deck Tamer might be for you. This demo will show off some of the strategic gameplay as you decide which enemy creatures to defeat and which to tame for your own team. Do you have what it takes to reach the heart of the abyss? Find out for yourself and encounter tons of wild creatures with unique abilities with the demo, which is available now.
Right, there's Teppen.
Okay, this one is just too cute to leave off the list. Gumball in Trick or Treat Land is inspired by the nostalgic pixelated charm of the Game Boy Color era. You're just a Gumball trying to get home from a very strange land in this JRPG with a charming cast of characters that are sure to fill your heart with joy and whimsy. You'll also have to save this new world from the dark forces of chaos that have begun to turn the candy into coal. Travel through time with this nostalgic demo. Are you looking for a stealth game that has all the cozy vibes and maybe just a bit of humour? Then check out Humans this next fest.
Humans.
This light-hearted affair won't have any violence to worry about, being more of a family-friendly video game. You'll play as Shu on a quest to defend the planet Earth. The game relies on dark and light as one of its gameplay components, so carefully hide in the shadows and don't get caught. Dash away out of any precarious situations in this adorable indie release that's coming out on October 27th. Though, why wait? Try the demo now. If you think one game per demo is simply not enough, then may I perhaps offer you the demo for Anima Gate of Memories 1 and 2 Remaster. These two acclaimed action RPGs tell the story of three characters as they discover their role in a shadowy war that has left them all having to fight for their survival. The rich fantasy world has been upgraded to be even more beautiful, and the deep story relies on you to shape the narrative with your choices. So whether you are a new player or an OG looking to see if this one sparks joy like the original, try this demo out and dive into the world of Anima. If that's all a bit serious for you and you're looking for a more cartoony, fast-paced retro shooter, then perhaps play the demo for Captain Wayne Vacation Desperation. This shotgun-armed sailor is on a mission to rob and humiliate every rich arsehole across the globe, and in this part game, part cartoon, you'll unleash Wayne's wrath on many unsuspecting goons. With 8 areas, plenty of weapons and fighting tactics to use, and a wacky story featuring our hot pink wearing captain, get ready for hand-drawn chaos when you dive into this demo. The next game, Dice a Million, and its subsequent demo, asks just one thing of you. Roll a total of 1 million in one single set of dice. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. This roguelike deck builder is perfect for anyone who has burned the Balatro UI into their screens and are looking for a twist on their fave. There are 100 different dice to add to your bag, as well as 50 rings to boost your builds, and plenty of other combos and boosters to add to your hands to make
their inspiration on their sleeves, right? Like, you can totally tell, like I guess, you know, I can refer to it and be like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Like, it's very 90s, like pop art, you know, art style. This right here has this like Nickelodeon look to it, right? Like the MTV style art, like kind of, you know what I'm talking about, like early Nickelodeon MTV style, like Ren and Stimpy, kind of like Rocko's Modern Life art.
Make your dreams of reaching the heights of 1 million, and maybe even higher, a reality. Get a taste of rolling big in the Next Fest demo ahead of Dice a Million's potential January release.
Right?
If you're looking for something cute and cozy to sink a bit of time into, instead of the high-octane dice throwing, then perhaps Fading Serenades will be more your speed. This pixel story as you're exploring a quaint island, discovering its vanishing traditions, helping the islanders, and completing minigames to try and clear debris and make exploring this island just a little easier. Managing your inventory is essential as your backpack is only little, requiring you to maneuver items to make sure they fit into the grid. Enough cozy niceness now, because it's October and we are legally obligated to sprinkle in a bit of horror every few minutes. So may I present the demo for I Hate This Place, the upcoming isometric survival horror game that forces you to craft and scavenge in order to survive the onslaught of spooky, but may I say pretty, monsters. Daytime is when you'll need to hunt for resources, because as night falls, the enemies get more aggressive and determined to make your life difficult. With an aesthetic pulled straight out of an 80s comic book, why not check out this demo for a little bit of horror with a twist? I don't know about you, but I don't remember much of my time as a baby. In fact, I remember none of it because I was a baby. However, Goodnight's universe puts you into the onesie of a psychic 6-month-old named Isaac as his powers begin developing. Isaac wants to be loved by his slightly dysfunctional family, but an evil tech corporation is determined to kidnap Isaac and use his powers for probably not good. You'll use the camera as your controller for a more immersive experience and discover what it's like for a wee baby who just so happens to have mystical powers. You might go goo goo gaga for the game after you've played the demo. Next up, we're popping by Aggro Crab, a studio that is quickly becoming purveyors of fantastic indie games. This next demo is from...
This looks like the guys that made Peak. Is that accurate? Aggro Crab?
their newest game, Crash Out Crew, a game that promises 4-player co-op chaos as you and some pals take over at Denial Shipping, and must hop into the forklifts to try and meet the impossible deadlines set by your employer. You'll collect boxes and other more difficult cargo, i.e. chickens, and almost certainly get annoyed at your friends as they knock said...
This looks like Overcooked with forklifts. What's with the forklift games? What the heck? Is that a new thing?
Cargo off of your forklift and force you to start again. Grab some chums and get involved this next fest. Another deck builder now, but this time we're merging it with those fruit dropping games and creating the ultimate dog pile. When two dogs that match hit one another, they'll evolve into a bigger dog, and if they hit a matching bigger dog, it gets even bigger. In between rounds in the dog pile, you can adopt more dogs to add to your hand and subsequently getting more dogs to drop into the pile. Some dogs have different quirks that may make life a little easier and potentially break the game with their combos. Remember to adopt, don't shop, but why not try out the demo before you do either? Another roguelike now, but this one is of the medieval hack and slash variety. Tears of Metal has you battling through hordes of enemies with the help of your fellow Scots. The game can be played alone or with friends and focuses on you wielding powerful abilities and upgrades, managing warriors and battling swarms of villains brought to your island. There's also a settlement managing mechanic where you'll gain access to new shops, artifacts, playable characters and upgrades. Protect your island, expand your Scottish battalion, and kill the invaders in this demo. Also joining in with Steam Next Fest is the upcoming Let It Die sequel, Let It Die Inferno. The roguelike survival PvPvE game has you picking from a bunch of raiders and diving down into a huge chasm to swallow an entire city. While you're down in Hellgate, you'll need to collect enough splithium and fight your way back out. But don't worry, death only causes you to drop all your stuff. You'll still be able to come back with...
It's legit like Fortnite / Souls. This game, it's like when you combine the two, like the craziness of Fortnite and then a Souls like apocalyptic world, like dark. Like this is what you get.
The powers you've gained. The game focuses predominantly on melee combat, but a few raiders do have some semi-ranged attacks.
And it's a suited joint, isn't it?
Scary for you. Throw yourself down the pit to fight for Uncle Death. You know, that guy. In Let It Die Inferno's demo ahead of its December release. I will leave you now with some nightmare fuel for your next festivities. Check out the demo for Winnie's Hole, a game about mutating a beloved childhood character with various viruses by capturing cells. If it sounds bizarre, it looks even weirder. There are turn-based battles to contend with here, tons of viruses and mutations to discover, and a darkly twisted narrative based on Winnie the Pooh himself. Don't miss the chance to check this one out for yourself. That seems like plenty of demos to keep you busy. But let us know in the comments. Will you be downloading any of these demos? What did you think? And what other game demos do you think we should play?
that was awesome. That was awesome. Like, I'm totally all about that. That was really cool. I think who submitted that? Jagos? Jagos, you submitted that, right? Suggestion box. Jagos. Yeah, that was excellent. I love it. Yeah, I would have never caught wind of those games if it wasn't for that. So all right, next one. Next one. Trailer is whack. Yeah, that Winnie the Pooh game is nightmare fuel indeed. Okay. All right. So the next one, is the players revolted. This is Belular News, also submitted by Jagos. All right, let's talk Halo Microsoft. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Why should we be upset? Right? So apparently I'm buying Tragically Elite's Xbox Series X, so because I don't have one and I don't want to spend what $800. How much is it now? Like $800? Xbox Series X. Yeah, it is. The brand new one's $800. My God, that is insane. All digital. Yeah, $750. Oh, that's nuts, dude. That's insane. $750. That's a PlayStation Pro is $750. That's balls. Balls. Halo Infinite Series X. Oh yeah, they made some limited ones. I didn't want that like midnight like black one with like the green specs on it. That was pretty cool, but I ain't paying an extra $200 just to have dots on my system. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Microsoft, let's go.
Year for Game Pass, because that's what it costs now to get new games on their actual release day as a part of your Game Pass subscription. And ultimately, so many people have said no to that question, and they've said no right as Xbox's account management webpage has crashed. That's either unfortunate timing that we've all decided to narrativize, or, well, it could be a legion of frustrated gamers slamming that webpage and taking it down. Who knows? Probably one of the two. Now, the price hike this represents is 50%, and that's on top of loads of other price hikes. So yes, for many, this was the final straw. Game Pass, the thing that was marketed as the best deal in gaming, has now changed. It's no longer the best deal in gaming. The reason why is fairly simple. It's because Xbox faces pressure from Microsoft to generate revenue, and because of that, their business model has shifted. Again, because it keeps shifting, and it's almost as if Xbox is just directionlessly trying to hold on for dear life. Now look, if you don't want to code or engineer and you're not into games, you can skip this bit, but if not, you've got to get in boot.dev. They're today's sponsor, and honestly, where the were they a decade ago when I was in university? You see, Boot is all about learning back-end development using TypeScript.
No, honestly, it's funny because like I actually want to try boot.dev. It's like what learning through gaming, right? And it's like a little bit of coding. Hey, you know, with AI, who needs to learn how to code? But it's always good to know, you know, as a skill set so you can get hired.
Go and Python, and well, unlike anywhere else, it's literally made for us in that it's a role-playing game. I mean, just look at this leaderboard, race past as people are completing lessons. But today, I want to show you something cool and new. It's the training grounds. It's a new feature that Lane shipped like 2 weeks ago, and it's awesome. It is infinite and specific training.
Hey, we talk about it on the channel. We talk about it in the show. It's never too late, man. Don't feel that, you know, you can't catch up and get there. Stan Lee made Marvel when he was 50. Sam Jackson started acting when he was 50. Like, come on, man. Like it's never too late. So if you're passionate about it, do it. Like, don't tell anybody. Don't let anybody tell you you're too old. It's too late. If you want to do it, just do it. All right. We got your back. Okay. We got you. Your support circle is here. Okay. You can do it.
And what it solves is the problem of practice. And if you were like me, much of your learning was solving problems in a university course and then moving on to the next thing, and too often not having that knowledge stick. And this is where Training Grounds is real cool. It knows every lesson you've done and when you've done every lesson. It knows what you found challenging and what topics you've learned in the past. So it can actually work in revision, basically using spaced repetition. And using all of that, it actually creates coding challenges for you. It's an awesome new feature, and that's just a tiny slice. Boot is truly fantastic, and you got 25% off your first purchase at boot.dev/Bellular, and if you're not happy, don't worry, because they'll refund you on the spot with a 30-day money-back guarantee. I do need to be clear about something, though. Xbox has released more good games this year than ever before. Well-received games, but for the overall company, it has still been an awful year. The layoffs have hit hard, studios have been closed, games have been cancelled, all because Microsoft demanded Xbox free up resources, which, well, we know are going over to the AI data centers. And this was brutal, but that wasn't all that happened. Remember The Outer Worlds 2? Well, Xbox tried raising game prices to $80. It was a total disaster. The game just could not sustain that price. Then came another brutal hit, hot off the heels of a second US console price rise in a year due to tariffs and due to uncertainty. Big retailers like Costco aren't even stocking Xbox devices anymore. Not in the US, not in the UK. So big American companies are not stocking.
Good. I think it's a good way to let them know that, like, we're not going to carry an $800 system for a child, because remember, like, consoles are considered luxury items for children still. Like, video games are still considered toys when it comes to the marketplace, right? When it comes to like the stock and trading and stuff like that, they're still considered toys, guys. Like, we're still playing with toys. So an $800 toy at a Costco seems insane if you think about it.
The big American console. That's probably a bad sign. And now, of course, another price hike, the one we're talking about today, the one for Game Pass. The outrage has been widespread. Players are posting their cancellation screenshots because, yes, Xbox wants you to pay $360 just to play new games on day one. Though, of course, they'll want to sell you on the other amazing benefits that they plan to add to Game Pass. And the headline fact is that Game Pass Ultimate costs $30 a month, and it's the only console tier that lets you play new games on day one, which at least to many people was a large part of the value proposition. Now that's $10 more than a year ago, and it's $15 more.
Okay, let's look at this thing. Let's look at this inflation. Oh boy. Okay, so 2019 it was $14. Got to get you in there. Gotta feed you, gotta give you the taste of the crack, right? Went up $2 4 years later, which is like not bad if you think about it. But another $3 a year later, sus, bro. Sus. And then one more year. So like in the last 3 years, they were bleeding money. So we're suffering for that. Literally doubled the price. And I don't even have Game Pass, right? So but this is what they're doing here doesn't mean it can translate to other places, right? But they literally built the demand off half that cost, and then they doubled the price. 6 years later? So it took them 6 years to say, hey, if you want that hit, if you want that experience, it's going to cost you twice as much. So oof, Microsoft. Usually things like as more people like sign on, and as more people get wind of these cool things tend to drop, not increase in price. I feel like back in the day when it got more, for example, now like TVs are like common, right? Flat screen TVs are common AF, so they're super cheap, right? So this should be cheaper, not more expensive, if it's common when it comes to streaming services. It's insane. Like, dude, I don't know. They must be hurting pretty rough, is all I gotta say for this to happen.
More than whenever that tier launched. So how does Xbox just...
Well, and that's the thing, Jagos, is that they know they have you, because now to watch those things on those programs, to play those games on these platforms, you got to have that streaming service. So it's literally like a drug addict, right? Like you need me to get to your fix, and you have to pay for it. So this is why, man, it's been a year of Gaming Academy, and we've been telling you guys, try to own all your games, try to like make sure you have a physical copy of these games, because one sooner or later these services are going to go away, or they're going to increase in price, and then the game that you bought will still always be the same price, because you bought it during that time. So it's super important that you own stuff. Ownership it's a very American thing, but also it's a very, like, it's an asset thing. We talk about this in the stock market, right? Assets, usually appreciate over time. Video games, I would say, appreciate over time, especially ones that nobody buy because there's not enough copies of that. This thing should not appreciate in value. This thing should depreciate in value because there's more of it, right? The physical game should appreciate in value because there's more of this. It's like a balance, but no, it's not going that way because they're in their these companies are in scope of mind. We are going to take advantage of the consumer. Like, we don't have as much consumer rights as most of as other countries do.
This? Well, they've added Ubisoft subscription library, plus a built-in Fortnite Crew subscription from November 18th onward.
Don't you love it when CEOs do bad policies and we pay for it, or bad decisions and we pay for it? It's terrible. Like that one interview with that EA CEO, he was like, yeah, I would love to thank all the EA employees for this acquisition, because without them, it would have never happened. Like, that is the most out of touch shit I've ever heard, because, like, the reason why they're being bought out is because they suck. And nobody wants to buy their games, right? So that's why they're being bought out in the acquisition. But the CEO is like, no, I'm happy we're being bought out because I don't get to lose money. I get to keep money and make more money, and y'all can, good luck, is all he's saying. So that's insane. Like, that, it's so wild that that's happening.
And biggest of all, 1440p streaming with higher bit rates through Xbox Cloud.
Yeah, honestly, to respond to your comment, Jagos, about Satya and then making a profit, we have to show them we're not going to put up with this trash. We're not going to. You can't walk all over us after being loyal. This is the exact example that I say, like, with the cable company. It's like, hey, cable company, I've been your client for 5-6 years. Why does my bill keep going up? I'm loyal to you, right? The new guy should pay more. I should pay less because I've been giving you money forever. So why do new signups are cheaper, right? And the person on the phone was like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I know he's just working there, but they were like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You've been our loyal client for years. Like, I don't know why you're paying more than the new guy, right? I go, yeah, the new guy's a risk. Like, I'm guaranteed. Like, you have me, but your policy is you increase my prices, but not his. Same thing here. That's exactly what they're doing to gamers. 100%.
Gaming. There's also PC Game Pass, and it's also going up. It's the only other tier with day one access. It's now $5 more, being $16.49 a month, and they're also adding in the Ubisoft subscription there as well. But that's not the only thing that matters, because there is no discounted annual subscription anymore. That's the huge change. You used to be able to get these at a substantial discount by buying annual, but now
I think it's because gamers are very, most of us are very passionate, and we're like, I would say we're mildly educated in our hobby, because it is a very expensive hobby. It's like the working man's hobby before we get priced out of it, right? Like, and so we're trying to learn as much as we can because we want to stretch that dollar. Like, if I'm looking to buy a game, where's the place that I can buy that's the cheapest, even if it's like $2 to $3 off? If I don't really care about owning my games and I want to play as many games as I can, yeah, what's the best service for that? Is it Game Pass? Is it this? Is it that? What system should I get? Like, we're very meticulous about like what we want to do and how we do it. So this is why when stuff like this happens, our reaction is like valid, because we're only protecting ourselves and our loyalty to our hobby.
Ultimate is just $30 a month, which is, of course, $360 a year. So hey, we've got an Xbox 360 now. Though if you're a PC gamer, it won't sting that bad, because it's $16.49 a month, which is $198 a year. Still plenty of dollars, but do you want to know what's worse?
right.
Well, in places like Brazil, the monthly price has doubled.
I've seen plenty of power banks over my 15 years
Dude,
of reviewing tech, but this
monthly
Ridge one
pricing
quickly became a favorite.
So this, a 10th.
Doubled. How can they justify this? Well, we know that Microsoft CFO Amy Hood is applying a lot of pressure. She wants better profit margins, and we've been independently informed about Games Pass, where as a service, it is comfortably profitable. Plus, it actually hit $5 billion in annual revenue as of June. What if that wasn't the whole picture? Because new information has raised some doubts. Bloomberg reported something real interesting, that Xbox, quote, gave up more than $300 million in sales of Call of Duty because of Game Pass. The game business also has data supporting this.
Don't you guys remember when we were doing Game Academy and Quick Bites that we were pushing like we were pushing like how Game Pass is amazing because it gets people that don't really look out for these games to get experience, to get awareness of these games that are real so they can play it and try it and then eventually maybe buy it, whatever. But now the perspective has switched, saying that Call of Duty Game Pass gamble paid off, that they lost, what is this? Like, according to Empire, 33.7 million paid Call of Duty last year in Black Ops 6. It was a huge $13 million increase on the year before. Then also, I think this is kind of like a fallacy because Black Ops is more popular than Modern Warfare 3. In my opinion, like people love Black Ops versus Modern Warfare. My personal opinion, can't be. It's not going to be 100% true. In terms of revenue, the situation is less clear. But in terms of Game Pass subscription, the launch of Black Ops 6 was the biggest single day new Game Pass subscribers. Now, here's the thing: you have more people playing it, but does that equate to more profit for the company? That's kind of like, I think that's the question at hand here.
And Xbox's audience share is at its highest in years. But here's what Circana's Matt Piscatella points out, and this does actually matter, right? Because it's not such a simple story. Call of Duty didn't just lose sales to Game Pass. What it did, yes, well, it sacrificed a bunch of upfront revenue, is it got a bunch more people onto the service. Think about engagement. Engagement that will drive microtransactions. Microtransactions that will drive subscriptions. And of course, there's a network effect to this. 13 million more people played the game that month. And those are people who can buy those microtransactions.
Okay, see what's happening? They're taking good news. It's literally good news. They're taking good news, a 13 million increase in your player base. Guys, if they spend 99 cents each on Call of Duty, that's $13 million still for them, right? But now they're saying, well, these were 13 million people that could have bought the game. So we're out at least $13 million, right? They're flipping it. They're totally taking good news, and making it bad. Like that, this is their way of kind of like controlling the information, right? And I hate being like the conspiracy guy, right? But like, this is exactly what's happening. This is good because, like, if you think about it, they're looking for the $60, $70 fix for those 13 million people, right? But there are people that will be like, nah, I don't want to pay. I already paid $60 for this game, story mode or whatever, right? But the opportunity for people to spend more money on the long term, they should be looking at that and not worrying about what they lost. Right? It's the opportunity, it's the potential, right? So what if, like, here's the thing: what if they didn't put it on Game Pass and they only had 3 million increase in people, right? They would make technically less money on the long term with the microtransactions. But no, they want both. This is what drives me insane. It's like they can't pick one and focus on it. They're getting greedy and they want both of these things, right? And they're complaining, even though it was technically successful and healthy for the game, right? They're just bitching about it because they're focusing on the wrong thing, because profits, all they care about, right? So what do? We go, all right, I guess we're not playing the game anymore, and then it's our fault now. Like oh, it's you guys, you're not playing the game. We're gonna shut down the servers, dude. It's getting old. It's getting repetitive. It's very frustrating, right? So fuck it. Let's just not play their shit. Let's not buy their shit, right?
Actions. So there's a lot of factors at play here, but let's be real. Selling more copies of COD on the weakest console, that won't
And
increase
Nintendo
profits
saying
the way that
Blockbuster sold many
Microsoft
titles.
wants. So what
No,
will?
it's
pretty
100%
simple. It's
that.
raising prices on your most engaging subscription tier. And this feels calculated. You see, last year, Ultimate saw a price increase. This time, they capped it at $30. That's just enough to market games like Expedition 33 or Call of Duty as still being cheaper with the subscription as opposed to buying outright. And Xbox promises 75 games a year on day one, but audiences are doing the maths, and when they do, they find that Ultimate simply is not worth keeping in many instances. You see, in reality, there's far more happening with these changes than what we see at that top level from the Ultimate headline. No, when we go at the other things, we see a lot of change. Right, here's the overall plan. Xbox wants Ultimate at the top of its pyramid, and that's basically their goal of Game Pass right now. But they are hoping, of course, for more people to sign up at the lower tiers to, balance it out, get new users who one day may upgrade. Now, take a look at the newly renamed tiers. Premium and Essential have not went up in price, despite actually getting more additions. Premium's library is guaranteed every Xbox game except Call of Duty a year after launch. Essentials library has also doubled to 50 games. But more importantly, both tiers now provide cloud gaming access, including with select titles from people's libraries. It's basically out of beta now. It's a thing, it's out. And the quality of that streaming will go up as you go up the subscription tiers. Ultimate gets 1440p streaming, low wait times, and a boosted bitrate. That's certainly better, but Xbox is hoping something else will soothe the damage of the 306.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Like, what's like next thing you know, price hike, but then if you want to play it in 4K, $10 more. Dude, I'm telling you, they're gonna do it. They're gonna figure it out. They're gonna, dude. It's so shit, but that's what's gonna happen.
$60 a year price. So what they've done is they've implemented a new reward scheme, and this,
Step inside the world of
Blood pressure
flavors.
is like skyrocketing.
This is great. Here's how it works. It's a little devious. As you play games, you
Cloud gaming with ads, dude. That's like Ready Player One.
can complete quests and in-game challenges.
insane.
Those will reward you with Microsoft Store credits, which you can spend elsewhere in their ecosystem. That means you can buy expansions, DLC, games, whatever. But you should notice the timing here. Recently came a reveal, and that reveal was that points can no longer be efficiently exchanged for Game Pass subscriptions. They can still be exchanged, but not as efficiently. And then players realize something else. They can't get upfront discounts on DLC anymore. So now the benefit comes after you're engaged with the reward system. There's a little more friction there. And essentially, Microsoft hopes players won't use the discounts as broadly.
There's no point
So
in turning
here are
on
the broad
anymore.
takeaways. Essential and Premium
Take it
are
out the
slightly
back, shoot it.
better products now. They're usable on PC and via cloud, but with no price increase. So that's good. PC Game Passes either became more expensive or that price increases came with value that actually justifies it. And that
This is literally the moment when Netflix went from shipping your disc back to Netflix, getting it back in, right? And they went full digital. This is the moment right here. This is the same moment in Microsoft that they're doing, right? I think the reaction before when that was happening, like I went, at least through my lens, I said, wow, that's weird. Like you can just stream it, well, what about like the disc? Like, like we can bring it anywhere. Like, and like I was talking about things that I would normally do with, like, if I had a physical copy of something, yeah, I can just rent it from Netflix and bring it to my buddy's house. We can watch it there, right? Streaming, like and this was before password sharing and stuff like that. So there is some pushback to it, but I think in the long term, once we get complacent, it's going to get good. But I'm telling you, man, it's only going to get worse because, Netflix started with no ads. Now there's ads. Now there's different tiers. Like it's the same thing. They're just reserving you the same food on a different plate. All it is.
That will basically depend on how much you like Ubisoft's library. And as for Ultimate, yes, significantly more expensive for not that much value
100%.
overall. So, what could prompt Xbox to think this is a good idea? I mean, it does feel like they've
Is it? Do you think they know piracy will come back, and this is why they increase their hardware sales? So this way you can't pirate physical games. Interesting. Just a thought.
Just actually went a few bridges too far here. Well, fundamentally, it comes down to this. Day one in Game Pass used to be the heart of their marketing, but now Microsoft has got other ideas for the service. What they've seen is that the games industry is changing, and they've seen that audience tastes are changing with it. To get a sense of that, here's some stats reported by the Wall Street Journal. Year-on-year spending for 18 to 24-year-olds is down 25% on video games.
Yeah, dude, we ain't got no money. These kids are broke, right?
And that's all kinds of spend in video games. That is absolutely brutal, and other age groups have seen drops as well, but they're not as large. Now, this is obviously part of a wider societal shift. There's inflation, there's tariff spiked, price increases, wages failing to keep pace.
Bro, even me, I can tell you this right now. In 2023, compared to now, I'm buying like 110% less video games. I used to come home every payday with one game, even if it's like a $20 game, a $30 game. It was a treat to myself to go like, hey, I made money, I did good as a reward to myself. I come home with a game. Now I go with a month without paying for a new game. Like I treat myself with DLC of a game I'm currently playing, like a season pass or something. It's crazy how it's changed.
Spending in general has dropped as well. I mean, in physical stores, it's down 13% for that age group. And as much as GameStop may get themselves likes and retweets for clowning on this stuff,
bro, Steam sales are always going to be king. Like I'm not going to fault you for Steam sales. Like, and people with giant libraries of Steam games is awesome. The only issue I have with that is, okay, well, first of all, we don't have a choice, right? There's no physical versions of those games. And it's the only like game distribution system that's like secure, actually has refunds. Like so far, they're doing a pretty decent job of being consumer friendly, right? And with the fact being they're number one, they should be the most stringent. They should be the most like picky, because you don't want to go to Epic Games, you don't want to go to Origin, right? Like, yeah, we're Steam, we're the best. But the fact that they still have the best things, but at the same time, like very they're still consumer friendly somewhat, maybe because Gabe is also a gamer and he gets it, right? But I don't know, that could be it. It could be something totally different, but I'm just saying, like, I would totally support that. But the moment they're like, no, well, you have like 800 games in your library, and if you want 1,000 games in your library, we're gonna have to put you on a subscription on Steam, because we're gonna need more server space to hold your games. I think that's the moment when I turn rebellion into, like, I go into rebellion mode against Steam, because like, did you really need to do that? Is that necessary? No, you just want to get more money from us.
That physical purchase number is not really going to go up in any meaningful way. And that's because, per the data, people are simply spending their money differently now, and the money that they would have spent in video games is going to other things, like food. But here's what's kind of interesting. Do you know where spending has increased? Well, you probably know by looking at your own wallet. It's subscription services. And the games business noted something there. From March to July, game subscription revenue has increased every single month. And year on year, it's up 19%. That's from January to July. So that's going up. And it doesn't even include mobile games, most of which have some form of subscription as well. So from an industry perspective, subscription models are a safe bet as long as they are profitable. And that is the context for Microsoft's changes. They are realigning the Game Pass pyramid. They're focusing less on dedicated game audiences and more on just reaching absolutely everyone.
Staying connected matters.
Yep.
Hey, mama. You remember when you taught me how to fish?
Hear what he just said? Their focus on reaching everyone. This is why your games are terrible, because they're catered. Remember, we say it all the time in Academy, right? A game for everyone is a game for no one. That you sacrifice the quality and the vision of the game trying to appease everybody, right? This is why some niche games are failing, because they're not like leaning heavy into their like what made them popular, right? So, dude, that's these companies, man. They're not focused on the consumer. They're focused on how the consumer acts, right? With their spending. Like, for example, if the data shows people aren't beating their games and they're more they're like, if you have like, let's just say 40 hours a week to play a game, right? You have the option to play 4 games for 10 hours each or 10 games at 4 hours each, right? So like that's what I'm saying. It's like they took that data and were like, well, it looks like people are playing the 10 games at 4 hours each instead of the 4 games at 10 hours each, right? So that's how we're gonna do our model. That's because that's what people are doing. That's what they're acting. That's why when they ask for your information, they're just studying you. And we've gotten to the point now that they're tracking all your the thing you say on your phone, your activities. Like this is why they're adjusting to that. Like
Of course, one
their
part
own
of that
fault.
story is a
own
lot of them
habits.
believing in their cloud
They're-
push.
they're,
That cloud push maybe
being
not
predators,
bringing in all
basically.
the numbers that they would have hoped. Now, Christopher Dring at The Game Business has explained this. It's broadly about meeting users where they actually are, and that's why
You said that.
the base tiers haven't really had a price increase, but are still getting more valuable benefits. You see, according to the data, a majority of users don't actually play day one games anyway. I mean, when I think about things myself, not really a surprise. What they use Game Pass for is the library of titles. So think about it. Some people use subscription services as actual libraries. They browse through them, and effectively they pay an access fee to go to that library. And that bit does kind of make sense. It also explains Xbox's strategy, because that's why the most important change is not Game Pass Ultimate at all, even though it's the most headline-grabbing one. It's actually everything else. It's that every tier now comes with Xbox Cloud Gaming and a library of games, and what that indicates for the future of Xbox as a brand. Because, well, I've seen the headlines about the ad-supported tier, and I've seen the headlines about hardware plans maybe being a bit wobbly. I'll probably dive into those soon, and that's why this next bit is something you've got to hear, because it's going to help it all make sense. Remember Costco from earlier in this video? Well, this entire shift explains that situation. Game Pass's new structure is about their marketing scheme, that everything is an Xbox. You may wake up in the morning and find that you are in fact also an Xbox. They're not selling consoles. I mean, predictions put Xbox at 13% of UK market share next year, down from 31%. Why?
Yeah, honestly, Andre, like PlayStation itself has really no value as an exclusive console aside from the games. But when they're putting those games on PC, then do you really need to own a PlayStation at this point? Because Steam sales super cheap, indie games all over the place, right? Controller support, and then you can be like, man, I can make my computer be stronger than 5 PlayStations combined. Why do I need a PlayStation? So like you're right about that. So that's why PlayStation has to be careful with like not going too insane on their greed, because they're going to lose everything to PC. Then they're going to probably take the Xbox approach as well and go subscription, right?
Simple. PlayStations are selling. People want to play GTA 6 on their PlayStations that they already have and that their friends already have. All of the network effects have been in PlayStation's favor when it comes to big games like.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the reason, like for example, I'm telling you right now, get up if you want to buy if you want to play GTA 6 on the best thing possible, you have to have a PS5 Pro, right? Right now, PS5 Pros are $750. So I feel that a lot of people that can afford it, that is going to be their best experience playing GTA 6. So I think there's going to be a slight uptick on PS5 Pro. Now, that's only because people don't want to wait a year for it to be on PC. The ones that are going to wait, they get to play it on PC, right? Now, I think the ones that want to wait, they want to play it online because they're like it's gonna be a game that's gonna be played forever. But those that want to play that story mode, they want to play day one, they're probably gonna get the PlayStation 5 version. That's just a theory, a game theory.
Like that, and things that actually drive hardware purchases. I'm sure they look at World of Warcraft subscription revenue and think, would you look at that? And those users don't even need to own a Blizzard box to play that game. Shocking. That's a bit ridiculous, but I think you get my point here. So the idea that everything is an Xbox, yes, it's kind of their motto, but it's also their core focus. Hardware, from what we understand, will still get made in the future. That's because while there are rumors of Xbox abandoning hardware, well, they've got a multi-year deal with AMD as of June this year. But here's what actually matters.
Oh, they used to have a deal with Intel. What happened with that? Intel's just dying, isn't it?
Now, Game Pass is Xbox, and anywhere you can access it is Xbox as well. It's on your phone, it's on your TV, maybe in 5 years, it'll be on your goddamn smart glasses as well.
Color after color. Hair feels more damaged? Discover Olia, the power.
So the point of these changes is getting it on as many devices as they can so that they can spread and they can find new audiences.
Yeah, but what makes no sense with this philosophy, they want to put it on everything, right? Why make the hardware more expensive if you want more people to have access to it? Because they want it's like counterproductive to what they're saying. So all it means is they just want more money. That's all it is. 100%. There's no other reason for it whatsoever. They just want more return for their consoles.
Which means not necessarily you and me, us crusty people who, play games broadly the way we have been for quite some time. And The Verge reported on something that kind of reinforces this, and that's that Xbox is working on a standalone xCloud app. Now, what this app will do is give users 5 free hours of streaming monthly. But the catch...
Bro, are we in 1990 right now? Are we did I just hear the net zero business model? Give you 2 hours a day of internet, and then after that, if you want more, you gotta pay? Is this what I'm hearing? Or are we back in 1990? Is AOL next again? Is it coming back?
is that you'll need to watch 2 minutes of ads first. And the way it will work is that if you have a library of Xbox games, you'll be able to play your own games. But this is not something made really for console owners. It's made for everyone else. People who don't have a console, or maybe people who have a PlayStation. Because that move about the Game Pass update is all about selling a $10 subscription for cloud gaming to everyone on Earth with a smart TV. And if you've purchased a new smart TV lately, you've probably seen evidence of that in the form of more delicious bloatware that all of our televisions are crammed with now. So yeah, it's about yield. And hit another device, the addition of PC.
Bro, they've literally shoved the ad in your TV. Oh man, it's so disgusting.
Games to the core libraries means another thing, that the shiny new ROG Xbox Ally that's bloody expensive, well, that can come bundled with both a library of downloaded games and, of course, streaming your Xbox library. Ultimate and Game Pass price rises will extract even more money from a smaller, more dedicated part of the audience. But here's what this is primarily about. It's about introducing new ways for people to access the Xbox ecosystem at a lower price point across all of the platforms. The question, though, is whether that will actually work. Because to be honest with you, I can see all of the logic in that plan. I can see how it would be completely rationalized.
Mobile gamer,
but
right?
I just don't think we're there yet. I just don't think that's where people who really want to spend a lot of money in games are going to be spending that money. I don't know. It just doesn't really feel right to me. I think it kind of reeks of Microsoft thinking, which is really not the best when it comes to innovation, at least in anything that's, got a consumer as its primary touch point. What do you think about it? I think it's basically kind of screwed, and I think they've kind of just destroyed a hell of brand value. I think this is not the time to piss people off, but hey, Amy Hood, she wants the numbers to be what they've got to be, so it's gotta happen. And on that bright, sunny note, how about you see what's going on with Electronic Arts and the Saudis next?
All right, another good video from Jagos. Thank you, Jagos. Appreciate you. Oh God. All right, we got one more video. Rockstar is panicking, also submitted by Jagos. Bro. Oh, it's the background NPC. I love the background NPC. She's cool. Also, I just want to add, this is a personal experience. Okay. This is a personal experience. I love the fact that when I see a female video game creator, like, video game player creator, it brings me joy, because when I was a kid, the girls that I grew up with, the girls that I went to middle school with, they thought video games were stupid. Like they thought video games are dumb. Like, and then that it wasn't the cool thing to do. The cool thing was to hang out with the jock boys, alpha boys, right? That at the time, right? That probably did like smoke and all that stuff. So I didn't care for any of that stuff, but like, boy, was getting female attention and just like living the experience that girls didn't play video games is so different in the late 80s and early 90s. And then now it's 2025 and there's like girls that are making video game content, they're playing video games, they're streaming, right? And they're legit just having a blast with these games that even I used to love. And it brings me joy to see that it's a thing, right? It's almost like my childhood lied to me that girls do play video games and they love video games. So when I see these comments on these on these social media platforms, like there's probably comments in this video, right? That will say like, "Oh, you're a fake gamer girl," whatever. Like, I think those guys are coming from a rough place. I think they're coming from a place where girls made fun of them for playing these games. That so in their mind they think that like, "Oh, she's faking it because girls don't play these things," right? There's a lot of people in the world. So for me to find these pockets of ladies that uh that get like, that do these things as their hobby, I think is so cool. Like I don't gatekeep for girls that like, oh, you're just into it for attention. No, I don't do that. I go, that's awesome. I'm glad that you play games. I'm glad you love this game. Girls that play fighting games, where can I find them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're super rare, right? So it's like like I said, it brings me my old man. Let's see. Extreme Goals community help boost her while she's. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. He did watch one of her videos, and that's actually how I knew about her. Right. Let's see. A lot of men who are usually aggressive by their to frustration. Women's, yeah, and they're just venting. Honestly, like a lot of the times when someone's being negative, they're just actually 100% projecting their own frustration, their own like experiences on other people. Right. So. mm, Yeah, and actually, I watched some of her stuff, and she has really good insight, honestly. And matter of fact, it's kind of weird because I feel like she has more of the same insight that's more level-headed and not emotional, right? So I think that's like it's kind of refreshing to see that because a lot of times they're very reactive to like how they feel. But like I guess being a gamer, like you put more thought into your actions. So let's just watch the dang video and stop me from what do you call it, embarrassing myself because I'm a huge fan. That's all I gotta say. She's cool.
GTA 6, and no, Rockstar didn't make it. Let me explain. Last week, 4 trailers dropped that made me feel something I haven't felt in months. Actual excitement about gaming, not hype or obligation.
That's how I feel about Phantom Blade Zero. But like I said, the more I watch it, the more I'm like, oh, I don't know. I think it's just another one of these games.
But just pure excitement, kind of like taking a deep breath after being underwater. Anata, Pal Farm, Petite Planet, and Animo, 4 games from Eastern developers that reminded me that this industry.
I look like Ken Jeong from Community when I'm like, what does that say?
is supposed to be fun. Do you remember when that was the whole point? And as a certified weeb, I need you to understand. I have seen this joke floating around, but I am dead serious. Anata probably is my GTA 6,
no, I've seen
unironically. But the industry has been a lot lately, CEO meltdowns, lawsuits, chaos everywhere. It has been kind of exhausting, but these 4 trailers, they remind me of something that the industry keeps forgetting, and I think that they're revealing something really important about where gaming could go if we just...
I track progress toward my goals with Asando.
An ad.
See how you can
right moment.
Try it for free.
How did they do that? Yeah.
Let it.
I think I saw somewhere like they made him apologize, like, hey, we're sorry for Randy, he's crazy. Something along those lines. Like, I don't know if that's accurate, but I did see like briefly an article of them saying like kind of
Before we dive in, thank you guys so much. We actually
Borderlands 4 is already on. Hey, when did that come out? Because technically, and the reason why I'm so excited to say this is because technically, if it's a successful game, it does not go on sale for the first 90 days. Technically. So if it's been out less than 30 days, that is rough. That means they did not hit their numbers and they shouldn't be talking.
really just hit 200,000 subscribers. So that is wild, and I do hope that my original 300 can see us now. To celebrate, we are going to do a Q&A, so stick around to the end to learn more about that. Back to the trailers. Why did they impact me so hard? Probably a few different reasons. The main one being the AAA industry has been totally unhinged lately. We've got political activism openly invading the space. Randy Pitchford spent a week crashing out and telling Borderlands 4 players to code their own engine if they didn't like performance issues. EA just decided to go private in a multi-billion-dollar deal. Call of Duty added a cat karaoke cafe to a military shooter.
Favorite things in the map is the cat cafe. There's a karaoke bar, which is a lot of fun. Those is call-outs where it's like, I got him in the cat cafe. That's gonna be fun to see.
I'm stunned. I am stunned. I am stunned. Okay, first of all, I love cats. But like, is this really like what they're gonna be focusing on why you should buy the game? Oof. Oof. That's all I gotta say. Oof. And whoever gave them the idea, here's the thing. Whoever approved this to be like, hey, you need to talk about the cat cafe in Call of Duty. Like, are you just that out of touch with your actual like market, your actual audience that this is the most important thing they care about, right? Oh my god.
I genuinely can't tell if Battlefield 6 marketers have infiltrated this company or if this really is just a cry for help. And not Western, but who can forget Nintendo? Oh gosh. Every time I make a video about them, I really think, surely it cannot continue to get worse, but
every time you make a video about them, you better watch your back because Ash Ketchum's gonna come through your window and capture you in his master ball and take you back to see Bowser. And I'm not talking about the one that just quit. I'm talking about OG Bowser. Yeah, be careful. They're gonna get you.
they love proving me wrong. While they are trying to sue Pocket Pair into oblivion, we just learned that Doug Bowser is going to be stepping down, and his replacement, Devin, has a background in law. So yeah, that tells you where their priorities are. Any one of these would be whatever, but it's like all of them at the same time. It is like the entire AAA space collectively decided to see how much goodwill they could burn in a single month. Throughout all of this, they keep missing the most important question of all. Is any of this actually fun? Well, Anata looked at that question and said, oh, you want fun? We'll give you fun.
The thing is, like, the issue that I'm having here is that the companies are so soulless and they have no idea who like really drives like the support, like who really nerds out for their stuff are not normal people. It's people that are like weird. It's people that are like are ADHD, like they use video games to cope. Like these are the things that these are their audience that really commit to these games, right? And so like for them to do these things and say like, oh, you know, it's just so wild to me. Like if these are your certain focuses, you're not really resonating with your player base or your audience. You know, you're talking to like normal McNormal man, right? That just has a lot of money, but they don't know exactly who you are. So that's why these games are being catered to like, you know, I don't know, man. It's just so they're so confused. They don't know where to focus their attention to. You know. Yeah. Obsessive fans.
And clearly Nintendo isn't the only company that should be worried about these Eastern devs. It appears that they want to come for Rockstar too. I will admit, my interest in this game is a little bit strange because I've admitted before, I was never really a GTA person, even though I am intrigued for GTA 6, but that's mostly because—
But see, Capcom's poor PC ports, that I think that has to do with like, they don't care. And what I mean by they don't care is like, the devs probably care and they're like, hey, we need to push this back, right? Because there's this always internal battle of like it's not done yet, it's not perfect. Because I honestly believe devs are like that. They're like, no, it's not great, it's not optimized yet. But then the publisher, whoever is going to be like, no, we need this out like yesterday, and we don't have you guys are out of time, you guys are out of budget, and like it's like, yeah. And who do we get mad at? We get mad at the people who made the game, but not the people that forced them to release the game, right? That's the issue that I have with that, is you're yelling at the wrong people, right? And honestly, their devs are just doing their job. Maybe they just run out of time, right? I got to give them a little bit of slack on that. Making games difficult, right? So like, bro, I'm telling you, a lot of the times it's it's the investors. They're like, we want the sales now, right? We'll just fix the game later. And then what happens is like they're trying to fix the game, but they go, you know what? We should make another game. And then those resources to getting that game fixed now go to that other game. Now that game's never fixed, and then everyone's upset. I'm upset
because of my love for Red Dead Redemption 2. But I have learned to be cautious, even when it comes to Rockstar. And as I am watching this Anata trailer, I'm thinking, I don't know, I don't even think I need Rockstar's version anymore, because this looks like everything I actually would be interested in from a GTA game, and they didn't need a decade to make it. Besides the very cute anime-esque characters, the game just looks fun. Not only technically impressive, though it looks to be, but just genuinely really.
Also, did you guys saw that MatPat is like running for like political office or something? Like, that's insane. He went from like failed theater kid to like internet sensation with game theory, and now he's like a politician. That is wild, bro. That man's cooking. Like he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna live my life and do what I want. And dude, that's crazy. Like, I am so like, I don't even know the guy, but I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really fun. It's that the whole game looks like somebody sat down and asked, what would make this enjoyable? And then just started.
sorry for interrupting, but wouldn't it be wild if a terrible human being, like you find out, like, man, he's really evil. Like, I'm a politician, he's kind of corrupt. Like, it would just be wild to kind of like the guy that made game theory videos about Five Nights at Freddy's. It would be so crazy for him to turn out to a villain. I mean,
adding a ton of things. The traversal is really dynamic. You can swing around like Spider-Man. You can swap between 4 different unique characters whenever you want. Fights are breaking out organically in the streets. NPCs are having actual conversations. Supposedly, the city remembers you and things are happening whether you're watching or not. It looks like the team just kept asking them.
I ain't gonna lie, guys. Dragon's Dogma 2 was kind of disappointing because like it wasn't really a sequel. It was like a remake of the old game, right? But the problem was we had more of the old game because the second game wasn't different enough. Like, honestly, why would you play 2 if you could play 1 in Dragon's Dogma? Because there isn't really much of a difference if you think about it. It's a fidelity, right? But here's the thing that would have made Dragon's Dogma 2 the hit that it should have been. The hit it should have been, honestly. Multiplayer, right? The guy hosting the game is the Arisen. And then your friends can join them as your pawns. That's all. That is all. And then your pawns, as when they go back to your game, they take the knowledge of what they've learned from your buddy's game. That's all it would have taken to make it unique and different, honestly. And then it would increase engagement because, man, I don't really want to move through the story of my game, but I still want to play Dragon's Dogma. Hell, I'll help some random people online, with my character. Bro, that easy, right? Easy design. I'm just saying this. I don't design games, but I'm just saying that would have been a great way to make it different and shine from the other GT. You're right, Blue. Once again, Japanese developers trying to do the open world thing and like kind of like failing at it.
Themselves, what mechanics should we add? And the answer was always yes. It looks like it has driving that doesn't feel like steering a refrigerator, subways, rooftop.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, if I know when you join your friend's game, you should be locked into what you equip them when you put them in the rift. right? You can't get any upgrades and updates because like it shouldn't be long term. It should be an experience until like because your pawns don't level up, right? So if your buddy is like level 30 and your guy's level 30, but you're playing and he's now level 35, he may not want to like have your pawn play with your pawn anymore because he's kind of weak. So it incentivizes you to like not play with him, but then come back later as you're leveling up in your own game to come back and help him out. You know what I'm saying, dude? I'm telling you, there's so much possibility here. If you wanna simplify it, they had their way, but I get it. Resources. I had a feeling that Dragon's Dogma 2 did not have a big budget, and it was like probably a third game on their list to make, right? Like not very high on their priority list.
Tops, helicopters, all feeling equally polished, and I am watching this trailer thinking about every other open world game where the city is just a pretty movie set. Beautiful, but
When did the 4 ads in this 11-minute video? Crazy.
hollow, and Anata looks very much alive. It is giving kind of Yakuza vibes, but with the scale and freedom of GTA. That combination
Who made this game? Is
definitely
it
sounds like a dream.
developers?
Now,
Korean
I know what you're thinking. It's free to play, and that sounds too good to be true. It's probably gacha as heck, right? I am taking this with a grain of salt, but the team has confirmed that it is not a gacha game, and that they are focused on making the game fun first. The monetization feels secondary instead of the game's entire foundation, and it looks like they want you to really enjoy exploring the city, and that gets me very excited. And if you thought Anata was bold, Pocket Fair looked at Nintendo's lawsuit and said, bet, here's Pal Farm. I have talked about my love for Pal World before, but Pocket Fair really is the GOAT because the timing of this all is just perfect. As we know, Nintendo has been actively suing Pocket Pair over patents. Again, this is nothing new, although they have been continuing to expand on what those patents are. Pokemon just announced their new farming game not that long ago, and the legal pressure from them has been a little bit scary. But Pocket Pair looks at all of this and goes, okay, we have tackled Pokemon. Here's our take on Animal Crossing. Enjoy cozy farming sims would want in a game. Your pals run actual businesses in town. They have personalities that matter. You can build farms with friends and experience real seasonal changes. And the whole vibe appears to be very gentle and creative. Like you were building a life with these creatures,
Nothing wrong with
not
that.
just collecting them.
Also, did you guys see that like one post on social media where like Capcom agrees with Nintendo suing Pal World? That kind of like aggravated me a little bit because I get it. I understand why they're like, yeah, we understand. They blatantly copied it, but like, bro, like how come Digimon's not getting sued? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what do you mean? Like where's the line here?
The farming itself looks pretty detailed too. Your pals are actually helping you in ways that feel meaningful rather than just being cute decor. It's kind of like if Stardew Valley met a creature collector, but with its own unique personality. And while Nintendo is doing their very best to take down the industry, Pocket Fair is still out here proving that you cannot patent joy or sue innovation out of existence. They are continuing to fight for their right to make games that they believe in instead of just rolling over when the bullies show up. And honestly, I have to continue to applaud them. That energy and refusal to be intimidated and the desire to make things for gamers, that is what gaming needs more of right now. But wait, it gets better. And as someone who has never really been into Genshin, I never thought that I would get so excited about a Hoyoverse life sim, but Petite Planet, it's got me totally charmed. And again, can we talk about the timing of this? Hoyoverse is clearly Team Pocket Pair at this point because they just casually dropped announcements for both Honkai Nexus Anima, which is their Pokemon competitor, and Petite Planet, their Animal Crossing alternative.
Guys, I remember when I saw Ragnarok online for the first time on PC on my I don't know, man. I had a really old computer. It was probably like 133 megahertz or something at the time. This was like in 1996, 96, 98, right around there, right? And seeing Ragnarok online on the internet, I was like, this is like a game that would never come out in America. You know? It's just 2D like MMO RPG, anime RPG, like Maple Story and stuff like that. But like this right here is giving me Ragnarok, like the same vibes as I got back in the day. Like I think Ragnarok Online was made by Koreans, or I think it's Korean or Chinese, but I think it's Korean. So like the fact that they're kind of back, like, but in the modern era, it's kind of neat.
In the exact same breath, they looked at Nintendo's lawsuit spree and said, all right, we'll just make versions of both those franchises. And what actually gets me about Petit Planet is the whole vibe that they are going for. You can nurture your own planet, terraform landscapes, and invite these adorable creatures called neighbors to settle. Then you can take space road trips in your flying car to discover other people's worlds. They are
Well, yeah, I agree with you, Blue, because like they don't want the drama, but as soon as somebody makes like a game similar to one of their IPs, like a Mega Man game or something, they'll probably throw a fit. But they've already made a Mega Man. Somebody else has already made a Mega Man game. It's pretty cool. Right? So that.
truly trying to live up to the cozy game mantra, as they are literally calling their beta the coziness test. Now, this is a game that clearly knows ball and it knows its audience. And honestly, the idea of nurturing my own little planet and decorating it exactly how I would want, and then just road tripping through space to see what other people have built, is exactly my kind of cozy. And then finally, there is Animo, which I covered previously, but we did just get a brand new trailer for this game, and I am very excited. They're actually running a contest right now where players can design creatures for the game just because they want the audience to be more involved. And I saw that it is coming to Xbox, PC, and mobile with cross-platform progression, because respecting players means letting them play however they want. And while it is no secret that I love Eastern devs, and I am very excited about the rise of them, of course, no game or developer is perfect, and I am cautiously optimistic and hoping that these games will not be riddled with predatory microtransactions. But here is the difference. Even when that monetization exists, it does look like these games at their core still want you to have fun. So when you take a step back and look at all four of these together, here's what they're showing us. Western AAA has spent...
Yeah. I agree. Jagos, everything you said was accurate. Old heads are probably they're right now feeling threatened because they used to be like the three kings, right? Konami, Capcom, Nintendo were like the best in that era. So now these guys are, encroaching on their titles. So good. They'll make better games now. Good.
years drilling into...
And I'm a fan of Capcom, but good.
Us that games have to be expensive. They've told us that games should take a decade to build and cost hundreds of millions of dollars to do it. They have to cater to the modern audience. Monetization should be aggressive and innovation is too risky. We have been conditioned to accept $70 broken launches, forced ideologies and messaging, predatory systems, and contempt disguised as premium experiences. But these games are showing us what happens when developers prioritize making something they believe in over extracting maximum revenue from minimum effort. Anata shows you can make an incredible living open world that wants players to have the most fun possible. Pal Farm shows that legal threats don't have to kill creativity. With Petit Planet, we are hopefully saying that social gaming doesn't need to mean exploitation, and Animo, they are demonstrating what it looks like to really respect and involve your community up front. Maybe, most importantly, it's that these approaches work. Intentionally building for your audience works. Eastern devs are no stranger to this, because when you make games for actual players instead of non-existent audiences or shareholders, players will show up with their wallets. And we do not have to accept what Western AAA or Nintendo is selling us. We do not have to settle for that. The alternative is here, and I could not be more excited. And yes, I think it is safe to say that
Do you hear what she said? The alternative is here, and I couldn't be more excited. It's good to have options for these other games, right? It's good to have the ability to choose where you want to spend your time, right? And it will cause other people who feel threatened to improve and be better with what they do. Otherwise, you get your DLC locked in a Pokemon, your evolutions locked in a Pokemon game through a DLC because there's no competition. That's why they're doing that.
I have found my own personal GTA 6. You know what? Maybe these games will disappoint. That absolutely could happen. Maybe I am overhyping trailers like I have been hurt before, and let's be real. I have. But right now, in this moment, they remind me that games can feel purely magical instead of manipulative, that developers can remember why they started making games in the first place, and what it looks like to show respect to your audience. The excitement that I felt as a kid loading up something new, it feels very alive and well with these upcoming games. These 4 trailers have definitely given that feeling back to me, and I did not realize how much I'd missed it until I recognized it over the last week. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for
I think they were saying that this developer stole the animations from Spider-Man in the swinging portion right here. And they were like, they did it frame by frame. They were like, look, they just completely stole it. Right. I mean, can they steal the data or they just replicate it through what works and what's cool? And maybe it's a parody. Maybe they're doing it on purpose that it looks like that because it, you know, that's just it's cool and they're trying to like, oh, look at me, I'm Spider-Man. So they're kind of making fun of it in a way. Yeah.
200,000 subs. I am genuinely so glad you guys are all here. To celebrate, I would love to do a Q&A with you, so I'm gonna pin a comment below, and if you've ever had any burning questions for me, now is the time to go ahead and ask them. So please drop your comments in the thread below, and I will try to get to as many as possible. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you in the next one.
Anyway, that was good. I like her videos. I should subscribe to her. I will on the next one. Whoa, what's happening there? That's crazy. I will sub. And we're back. Oh geez. How are we on your chats here? Y'all gotta say it's crazy. It's crazy. His comments are really about ladder kicking the next generation's pocket. Oh, yeah, I read that already. Okay. How come it's not showing all of it? Because there's like more. Oh, it's going up on my screen. That's why I was like, what the heck? It's reverse. It goes up on this chat. But anyway, awesome video. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Send me more. It looks like it was a good amount. Like that one was like 11 minutes. This one was like 16. First one was like 20 minutes or so. Those are good lengths. That's what she said. I saw that Nick posted price out of AAA, moving the free-to-play titles increased in console prices instead of deals before the next generation, Xbox being Xbox and canceling closing studios, and more GAAS platforms less times. So that's where we're at. Honestly, the future is looking pretty rough for gaming, but they're only reacting to what they're seeing in the data, right? So, but they don't. I feel like they just don't represent us anymore, right? They moved on to a different model and a different kind of philosophy. Even like, I'm surprised a very traditional Nintendo of Japan is kind of like taking the capitalistic approach, but that's what happens when the Switch is king, right? But why was the Switch king though? Lower bracket pricing than the other consoles, right? It's modular, meaning that you can take it with you wherever you go, right? Mario games, Nintendo games exclusive to that platform. Yeah, there are more pluses to it. Now it's like kind of the same, but in reverse. Well, not really, because like the only Switch 2 is missing a few key things. It's not as powerful as a PS5 or Xbox Series X, right? Also, that another negative to it is it's like almost the same price. So it's like, why was the other one cheaper, but this one is the same price as them? So what makes it better? So that's how people are comparing it. And and remember earlier I said gamers are like, we study what we're into, right? And what we're and like this is why we're very protective and reactive to it, because we're like more educated than in our hobby, right? So it's like, yeah, they're gonna see that difference. Like, why is this the same price now? But like, back the last generation, it wasn't like this. It was $100 cheaper, right? And so on and so on. So it's like we're making these comparisons when we shop, and that's what's really happening here. So yeah, it's kind of wild, guys. I don't get what the. I mean, the goal here is for you not to own anything and for them to control everything, right? That's really the goal. Like 100%, that's the goal. Also, Nintendo doesn't have their WoW game out yet. Well, their WoW game right now that's trying to capture the audience is that Bloodborne game. Like I know people that are like, I'm only getting a Switch for that game, right? The Bloodborne 2 Fate game, whatever. Nintendo is more fun with family and friendly. Yeah, I agree. For the other, Nintendo is harsh and cruel. They always, yeah, and you know they're very like, don't copy your stuff. We'll sue you. We'll send security to your house. We'll ban your account. We'll brick your Switch 2. Bricking your Switch 2 is some hardcore, like that is like capital punishment for a gamer. That's insane, right? Like, oh, we've detected that you have a hacked Switch 2. Like, what? I was just playing my Switch 1 game on it. Like, how do you know it's hacked? Isn't that invasive? You know, like, can you imagine that? That's insane. That's nuts. Nutso. So, you guys like it with chat up here or no chat? Really, it's really bright. It's okay. We need to tone some of these lights down. There we go. A little bit better. This big thing with Nintendo, they've always had two sides to them. One is Gunpei Yokoi, transferred to Iwata, and the other was Hiroshi Yamauchi, CEO, transferred to Fukukawa now. I think my favorite era was definitely Iwata. Iwata was definitely like good vibes, good feeling when he was in Nintendo. It just doesn't feel right now. It's Nintendo seems out of pocket. Like you can tell the vibe of Nintendo is really off at the moment. Like Iwata took a pay cut when their sales weren't up, when they failed in the Wii U, right? I mean, maybe that's just a Japanese thing, but like that was like advertised and like, you know, yeah, he was genuine, right? Like he like cared, right? And then like he took responsibility. Now it's like they're killing it, and now they're just like, what can we do to take advantage? It's like instead of like being genuine, they're genuinely being greedy, right? Yeah, yeah. And if that era with Sean and what do you call that? If Sean that was that the era with the guy in the funny commercial with PlayStation, right? I forgot his name. Like you know what I'm talking about? There was a funny commercial with Sony. Let me find it. You guys remember that guy's name? Sony PlayStation funny commercial. He was like the mascot at the time. Like we thought he was like a Sony employee. Kevin Butler, yes. Yes. That was like peak Sony for me. Kevin Butler commercials across the border. Yeah, we're watching that. Right. And well, here's the thing. Sony on the PS3 area was going through a rough time, so that's why they had to try harder, right? Because Xbox was dominating. So I get it, and that's why like they need a little bit of hardship for them to be innovative, right? Competition breeds innovation. And I feel like Xbox has really been lacking in that portion of innovation. Like when when PlayStation made fun of them for the sharing games thing, right? When they were like, "This is how you share a game on a PlayStation. Here you go." Like that was a jab at Xbox, right? But then I don't think Xbox did anything to like lighten the mood or like to help fix that, right? So you know that's just like my response. Here we go, guys.
Dear PlayStation, MLB 09 The Show thinks I can't hit the high and inside fastball. You're gonna fix that, right?
Well, Dustin, PlayStation gamers demand the most realistic baseball game ever, so we're just gonna keep it as is. It's called integrity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just polishing my MVP trophy. How many MVPs do you know that can't hit that?
And look at this. That's the funny thing is that And now it feels like none of them are actually competing anymore. Yeah, because it's almost like they lost their identities. They've all just molded into this greedy corporation, one greedy corporation with different branches.
That pitch.
Apart from you?
So and Jagos is right. And Andre, you're right. Steam pretty much cleaned their clock. So they're trying to be like, well, how do we become more like Steam?
MLB 09 The Show, the most realistic baseball game ever. Rated E for everyone.
Dear Dustin, we know you don't agree with us on that high inside fastball, but trust us. MLB 09 The Show is the most realistic baseball game ever. Right down to the fans on the field. Like Joe here. So Joe, do you think Dustin should be able to hit the pitch?
Forget about it. He can't hit nothing. He couldn't hit my grandma's heat, and she's been dead since the friggin' war.
Okay.
Can I say something else?
I'd prefer you didn't.
Hey, Pedroia. Overrated. Overrated.
So good, dude. It's so good.
In MLB 09 The Show, PlayStation brings you the most realistic fan experience ever. With new fan interactions, the crowd gets in on the action like never before. And with customizable cheers and jeers, you can record and upload your voice and tell your opponent how you truly feel. Like, you could say, hey, Pedroia, you suck. I wouldn't do that. That's too mean.
You create your own chance.
Dear PlayStation, I got a tip that you were making the PS3 $2.99. Confirm or deny?
$2.99? Bernie, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
So like Nintendo focuses on family games, Sony wants prestige games, and now it's Xbox, which is Game Pass.
Otherwise, I'd be a Nigerian millionaire by now. While $2.99 for the sweetest gaming, Blu-ray playing...
This was the product of its time.
...movie downloading system in the world would be fantastic. No comment.
But all that stuff says $2.99. Right behind you.
I'm sorry, you said something?
PS3, now $2.99.
When did that PlayStation jingle go away? PlayStation. I remember that all the time. Like now, I don't remember hearing that anymore.
Dear PlayStation, I got my boyfriend a PS3 and he still hasn't hooked it up to the internet.
What? What is this, 1992?
I know.
I mean, if you're not on the PlayStation Network, you can't get PlayStation Home, PS1 Classics, you can't download movies, TV shows.
I know.
It's like having a bathroom without an aromatherapy candle. Still gets the job done, but come on.
He hates candles, too.
Come on.
I know, right?
What's wrong with him?
PS3, now
I
$2.99.
remember they brought him out on one E3, I think. Kevin Butler was like, they thought like he was so good that they thought he was an actual like VP at Sony. So they brought him out at E3 to like represent like one of the releases, right? It was so good.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, I've been playing Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, but my girlfriend won't stop watching because she thinks
And keep in mind, Andre, is that Sony started stagnating during the PS4 is because they started winning in the PS4, right? So they're like, why would we try hard if we're ahead of the game?
Movie.
This is pretty common, Jason. I mean, just look at this game. You know, you got Nathan Drake's epic gunfights, impossible escape scenes, and a plotline filled with betrayal. Give her an hour or so, she'll know it's a video game.
It's been 2 days.
Ready, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna file this under not an issue.
Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, rated T for teens. PS3, now $2.99.
PlayStation.
Rated E for everyone.
Dear PlayStation, my kids never want to hang out with me, but wait till they see this.
Yeah, not to be Buzzkill McGee here, but a better way to spend time with Kyle, Abby, and your lovely wife Jenny is to buy them a PS3. With Blu-ray movies and games like Little Big Planet, it's fun for the whole family. And way less, you know...
And they have like Rock Band over there. Did you see that? They have a Rock Band station.
Lethal.
Jenny, how did you...
Ooh, Scraps likes you.
PS3, now $2.99.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, the new weapons in Ratchet & Clank Future, A Crack in Time are of great interest to our organization.
I know, aren't they awesome? And weapons like the Sonic Eruptor and Rhino 5 come in real handy when you're saving the universe. But, you know, of course, the weapons don't really exist.
Yes, don't exist. We'll take all you've got.
But they're not.
The money's already in your account.
Ratchet and Clank Future, cracking time. Rated everyone 10 and up. PS3, now $2.99.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, just got my PS3. So what you got?
This is, guys, this is peak PlayStation advertising, right? Dude, I'm like tearing up how funny and like being nostalgic it is right now with this stuff.
What do I got? 2 words. Montage.
Tight.
PS3, now $2.99.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, my grandma won't stop watching Blu-ray movies on my PS3.
Look, for $299, you don't just get a sweet gaming machine. It's like you get the best Blu-ray player around built in for free.
It's a lot of
you know how old people like free stuff.
Yeah, but I
You know what she did for fun when she was your age? She pushed a hoop with a stick.
But I want to play.
With a stick.
I've been waiting.
Stick.
PS3, now $2.99.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, I just created this sweet
This crossover, Best Buy is part of this commercial. This is crazy.
entertainment package with a Sony Bravia HD TV and a PS3. What do you think?
I think it's brilliant. How about throwing in a game and a Blu-ray disc?
Nice.
And then take off like $1,100?
Boom!
Boom.
Boom!
Boom to the power of boom.
Price check on aisle boom.
Marcy, get me boom. Boom.
Buy a Sony Bravia HD TV and a PS3 and save up to $1,100. Only at Best Buy.
PlayStation.
So good.
Dear PlayStation, is it okay to list MAG platoon leader as management experience?
Absolutely. You wrote.
I can't believe this is an ad for MAG. I used to play this game. Oh man, guys, do you want to know how many copies of MAG I have? Let's watch the commercial first.
Through the ranks to command real people in 256-player battles. Your decisions influence a constantly evolving war. So what's the job?
VP first-person shooter relations. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Son of a...
MAG, rated T for teen.
That's good.
PlayStation.
All right. So, all right, check this out. Hold on. So these right here, this right here, these are all the same copies of MAG. Look at that. How many copies of MAG do I have? I got a lot of copies of MAG. Why? I really like this game. MAG. That's right. So there's the reason why there's so many copies of MAG is because when they shut down the servers, they made this game a penny. They made this game 1 cent, and I was like, "Give me all the copies of MAG. I want to make a throne made out of MAG copies." So I have a special place in my heart for this game. I actually like this game, MAG. And this is a Sony game, right? So like this is like one of the games that they can bring back. Is it 15? I never really counted. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 15 copies of MAG. I do have 15 copies. So, that's right. Best 15 cents you could ever spend. 15 cents. That's all it took. Bunch it up like that. The weight coming down or something? Weird. $15 copies of Mag. I love me some Mag. I used to play that game all the time with my roommate, and before Call of Duty was a thing. You joined a faction, right? And you played that faction, and then, like, it's kind of like Helldivers, or like if your faction did good, it'd like progress you over the map, right? So.
Dear PlayStation, just got my copy of the show. It's just like the real thing.
Thanks, Chief. It's the most realistic baseball game ever, so even guys like you and me with no talent whatsoever can feel the rush of being in the show.
But I'm the American League MVP.
Sure you are, big guy.
Joe Mauer?
Mauer.
Dude, we went fishing in Cabo.
I'm not even allowed in Mexico.
Then where did I get this?
Well played, Mauer.
The show, rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
Greetings, people of March 2010. Kevin Butler here, coming to you from the future. That's right, all the way from November 2010. Let me tell you, the future is crazy. We all eat our food through straws, and we're all still reeling from the shocking end of the baseball season. That's right, Kansas City in 6, so call your bookie. And of course, the arrival of the future of gaming, the PlayStation Move, which has been an incredible success, so thank you. This thing's about as futuristic or now-eristic as it gets. You've got the controller and a camera with microphones working together to give you total control over your gaming experience. Not just like this, but this way too. Because real boxers don't hit like this. Plus, PlayStation Move's not only crazy precise, it's also got what we in the future call buttons, which turn out to be pretty important to those handful of millions of people who enjoy playing shooters, platformers, or, well, anything that doesn't involve catching a big red ball.
That's gotta be so.
I mean, come on. Who wants to pretend their hand is a gun? What is this, 3rd grade?
Nice.
As you can see, the PlayStation Move allows us to immerse players in the game like never before. I'd love to tell you more, but I'd hate to cause a rift in the whole space-time continuum thing. Believe me, that gets messy. Oh, and if you happen to run into the present-day me, please tell me to avoid the Cinco de Mayo flan. Thank you.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, I know in God of War 3 you're this Kratos guy seeking vengeance against the gods, but since my boyfriend got it, he's been totally ignoring me.
Okay. Oh. Okay, hold on.
Hello?
Thanks for coming.
God of War 3, rated M for mature.
Good.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation.
The thing too, like, they had to adapt it to the product as well. So that, man, dude, it's the writing is so good, dude.
Why aren't you talking about the PSP?
Actually,
These PSP games are the business. And I can't stand hearing these kids talking about some weak app on the phone.
games, phone.
They're getting hustled, KB.
Hustled.
We need publicity for the PSP.
We're gonna do something about it.
PSP needs a hero.
Yeah.
A baller.
Yes.
Someone that ain't wearing a clip-on tie.
Huh?
We got good kids playing bad games.
You know what? You're onto something.
Mr. Butler's in a meeting right now. Can I take a message?
So tell me, Marcus, why are you qualified for this position?
You know, KB, thing about me is, I know the PSP.
All right, just a couple of questions here. I gotta ask.
Fire away, KB.
What is your greatest strength?
Sniping.
Greatest weakness?
Work too hard, always running up the scoreboard.
How many games are there in the PSP library?
Over 500.
Name the best PSP game under $10.
SOCON, Fire Team Bravo.
Favorite snack?
I consume a healthy amount of suckers online every day.
Like that answer. When you first contacted me, I was just going to ignore you, but you showed me something today. You're hired. You start on Monday.
Right. Nice to know, my brother.
Okay, I'll see you Monday. I'll bring bagels. Hi, Cindy. Can you bring bagels in on Monday?
Step your game up. Marcus, PSP. PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, I'm going against Steve on this Mod Nation Racers track I made.
Bro, Mod Nation Racers, remember that? Oh my gosh, I forgot about that game.
He's pretty good. Man up, Twitchy. This is your house. You created this track, made these shortcuts. The whole PlayStation Network's scared of your squish block things. Yeah. This track's a part of you, like an undersized jockstrap. Yeah. Some Steve's gonna defile it like a junkyard sofa? Wrong! Wrong is so right, it's wrong, right? I think so. No, you know so.
Mod Nation Racers, rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
This is amazing. I feel like I'm like 10 years younger again. Or was it 15 years? I don't know.
It's a great company. It's a great company, and it's a great culture. Take it. Take it! I call it the culture of success. We're always coming up with something new. That's why my job title keeps changing. I don't care what they said in 4th grade. I'm somebody. I like to stay busy. That's why they call it business. But it's not all about the work. I mean, KB's down with the art, too. I did this doodle during my last meeting with Chuck from marketing. Half man, half horse, half motorcycle. All awesome. It's a little nothing, really. But my favorite new canvas is Mod Nation Racers. It's where I can really put myself in the work. Now, this is a self-portrait. I call it VP in Mod. He represents victory. Oops, those eyes aren't handsome enough. There. Now he represents victory and babe magnetry. Yeah. Mod Nation gives you endless ways to create your own track. And track creation, like art, is all about finding your muse. My muse talks to me all the time. She whispers encouraging words in my ear like synergy, ideation, and ham sandwich. Taking full advantage of Mod Nation's track creation tool, I've filled my course with shortcuts and a few traps here and there to set my competition back and boost me ahead. Is it wrong that I'm the only one that knows the difference between a shortcut and a path to nowhere? Maybe. But if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. I'm the master of my art. It sweats from my pores. Art sweat. To keep it to myself would be a crime against humanity. So I put my track on the PlayStation Network. Let's see, who's my next victim here? Oh, good morning, Jack.
Quit the brown nosing, Kevin. I'm not going easy on you.
This should be interesting.
Ring the bell. School's in.
They really wanted that Mario Kart market, didn't they?
You call this a track?
Too much hair gel says what?
Kevin, are you wearing those tight orange shorts?
You believe I work for this guy?
I got your new job title, VP of Washing My Car.
Tell me more, grown-up child actor.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, K-Man. This is going on your next performance review.
Oh, really?
And the winner is Jackie T. Dear PlayStation, Kevin Butler just got used.
Don't make this weird, Jack. Okay, let's go back to work. So pick up Mod Nation Racers to download my modern track. Then create your own. Maybe I'll take a spin in your epic artistic endeavor. That is, if I'm not too busy with my next project. Let's just say it's a little racing game that rhymes with Manfurismo Jive.
PlayStation.
Dear world, it's come to my attention that some of you still don't know if the PS3 is right for your family. What? PS3 is the world's sweetest gaming, Blu-ray playing device in the world. What, are you waiting for some magical new era of family gaming to just walk in your door? Well, ding dong.
PlayStation Move is here.
Look, Mom, your family in a room, together. Ha! We're talking HD graphics and a camera that tracks your every move. So even old guy here can relive his glory days in the Spanish-American War. Now PS3's got something for everyone. Motion gaming, sitting gaming, Blu-ray, Netflix, shiatsu massage, the whole package.
Also, I think the PS3 era really, you have to give the Blu-ray its flowers. It won over HD DVD, because if HD DVD had won, we probably wouldn't have a PS4 because if Blu-ray didn't succeed. But thank goodness they put I think I read an article on this, and it was like the reason why Blu-ray won was because of porn. Porn on Blu-ray was really what set it off. So,
And to prove it, we're putting the move through the ultimate test. 90 days with me in the McGuire house.
Actually, we didn't agree to that.
Sorry, Dad. Already tweeted it. Goes in the bedroom, fellas.
He said
PlayStation.
Dear puppies, got some bad news. There's a new pet in town, an iPet. With PlayStation Move, families get the best parts of having a pet. Teaching them tricks, dressing them in crazy outfits. You know what they don't get? Chewed up furniture and carpet stains. But Kevin, we're man's best friend. Oh, really? Can you fly a plane? Because he sure can, and it's awesome. Like to see some labradoodle try and fly a plane. Seriously, I'd like to see that. Watch your back, puppies.
iPad, rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
Dear world. Apparently some people
Also, I am shocked with the amount of commercials they made with this guy. I am like, I didn't know it was this many. This is crazy.
think motion gaming's only for little kids.
Love it.
Dear world. Day 10 with McGuire's and things are getting real.
Source.
See, with PlayStation Move's super precise control, it's only natural to get a little caught up in the action. You're adopted.
Ladies.
She's a bad mama jamma.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, my kids want a gaming system, but my wife wants a Blu-ray player. What do I do?
Well, that is a conundrum. If only there was something that was both a gaming machine and the sweetest Blu-ray movie player around.
Exactly.
And if only some well-groomed vice president went on television to tell the world of this two-in-one miracle machine.
Okay, I get it. I got you.
Where? Where is that man?
PlayStation.
Greetings to all our friends in Canada, or as you say, g'day. Kevin Butler here with very exciting news for all you Canadese people up there. So hold on to your mustaches, because here it comes. 11 and a half months ago, I made a list of 66 things I wanted to accomplish during my first year as VP at PlayStation. And looky here, number 35, bring the video delivery service to PlayStation Network in Canada. Well, good news. I accomplished that task 5 days ahead of schedule. Looks like somebody's earned themselves some pancakes. It wasn't easy. For starters, transferring all that HD video content to your metric system took some figuring out. Plus, your money is weird. At one point, you had a bird as your president? I love you guys. Anywho, today you can get on the PlayStation Network and download thousands of your favorite...
Wait, is that true? They weren't available in Canada when they first had it released? Wow. That's wild.
TV shows, movies, and even some good old American language TV commercials starring yours truly. Throw in HD gaming, Blu-ray, and a built-in hard drive, and your PS3 is the most useful thing in your house next to a snow shovel. All right, my lucky northern neighbors, go fire up your PS3 and check out the tens of thousands of downloadable videos on the PlayStation Network. You know what? Sometimes you're so lucky to be living next to me, I almost wish I was you. If I weren't me.
PlayStation. Dear PlayStation,
Gran Turismo 5 is going to be awesome.
Thanks, Mike. I knew GT5 had to be the best racing game ever. So when they said 500...
Oh, this they hired this guy for like the whole tenure of PlayStation 3. Because they were talking about Gran Turismo 5 coming out like 5 commercials ago, and now he's out and he's still it.
Cars, I said make it 1,000. When they said realistic damage was impossible, I said make it work.
Nice.
Then at NASCAR and a massive online racing community. When they said they needed the test cars back, I said...
Gran Turismo 5, rated E for everyone.
PlayStation. Dear PlayStation, my family never spends time together, and I'm...
No more words. Just get the fam a PS3. You'll get free access to a world of entertainment on the PlayStation Network. I mean, look at this freakishly happy fake TV family here. Daughter's on Facebook, son's gaming online.
Oh! Wow!
Mother's streaming a dramedy from Netflix. See, they're just like your family.
That's great. But I don't look like her.
She smells like strawberries.
PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation, let's do a deal on a Sony Bravia TV.
And an exclusive PS3 bundle? Then take up like
$1,300.
It's a Blu-ray
playing HD gaming juggernaut. We are unstoppable.
Red one?
Black one.
Push. One more. Savoy.
Buy a Sony Bravia TV and a PS3 and save over $1,300. Only at Best Buy.
This is so nuts.
PlayStation. We just finished Little Big Planet 2, and I just...
No, you didn't.
Huh?
You don't finish Little Big Planet 2. You may think your Sackboy's adventure is over, but every day thousands of new racing, action, and sports games are loaded onto the PlayStation Network that are better than bacon-wrapped cupcakes.
Wait, so if there's always new stuff, how do you know when you're done?
You don't.
Whoa.
Little Big Planet 2, rated E for everyone.
It was different.
PlayStation.
I can say the same for me, man.
PlayStation. Killzone 3 better be good. For me, most shooters are like shooting fish in a barrel.
Well, if by barrel you mean an apocalyptic planet where explosions rock you like a day-old street taco on an empty stomach, and by fish you mean a Jillian Hellgas bent on ensuring your last meal is 5 courses of hot lead washed down with a glass of bittersweet helplessness, then yeah.
Guys, I miss Killzone. Look at this commercial. Dang.
Fish in a barrel. Clean up. Aisle U.
Killzone 3, rated M for mature.
PlayStation.
PlayStation. I hear there's a new way to play Killzone 3 with the PlayStation Move.
It's called the Sharpshooter, or as I like to call it, Daddy's Little Helper. It's got this rapid-fire trigger, realistic reload feature, and ridiculous accuracy. I'm playing this in 3D like 5-6 hours a day.
At work? How do you get away with that?
Get away with what? Hello? Oh, hi, Mom.
Killzone 3, rated M for mature.
PlayStation.
Yeah. Is it Shadows?
Come on, Mom. Put your skirt into it. This is the show, not ladies' night at the Duluth Button Hut. I've seen better swings on a porch. Hey, maybe instead of the pure control system, we should have added a make Joe not choke system. Am I right?
With a stick. Well played, Malmer.
The show, rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
Boom! We've all been there before. Playing a buddy in MLB 11 the show, and things get a little heated.
You're garbage.
As soon you find yourself outgunned in the trash talk battle like an asthmatic clown in a balloon animal contest. The show is next-level sports gaming. The pure control system, co-op, crazy realism, move compatibility, and 3D. So you need next-level trash talk. That's why I developed the Shaft method. Shaft. Specific, hurtful, accents, frequency. Tijuana. Or as the locals say, Tijuana. My 5-step Shaft program gives tongue-tied schlubs everywhere the mental advantage they need to make it in the show. So throw on your stirrups and let's get shafting. Specific. With the show's revolutionary new Pure Control system, you have more control than ever before. We're talking more curve in your curveball and more unt in your bunt. But with control this precise, you can't bring sloppy trash talk. Great shaft talk, like great pitching, starts by dialing into your opponent and getting specific. Show me what you got.
You swing like a girl.
No. Come on, get specific, remember?
You swing like a girl who swings so ugly, other girls go, that chick swings like a girl?
That was a fake laugh. But you know what? What he did was right. Now, we're all 3.5 years older, because it took him a while to say it. But he's on the right path. Hurtful. The show is the first 3D baseball game ever. So you can finally step on the field at Fenway without getting tackled by an overweight security guard with a god complex. And you have to keep 3D in mind with your shaft talk. Surface level joshing ain't gonna cut it. You need to go 3 deeper.
E3 trailer.
Be hurtful.
3D
Ask
glasses.
yourself, is there a childhood trauma I can exploit? Do they have the arm strength of a prepubescent ballerina? Do they have small hands, rich parents, allergies, an extra toe? All this is fair game. Don't you get it? When you trash talk in the third dimension. As I like to say, if you're not shafting dirty, you're not really shafting. Accents. The show's new Home Run Derby features full PlayStation Move compatibility, which means you can now feel what it's like to send a 500-foot rocket into the upper deck. And it also means a lot of celebrating. So how do you keep your victory shafting fresh? Accents. Everything's funnier with an accent.
Oh, okay. I get, this is the era when the Wii came out and it was like killing the industry. Killing it as in like Nintendo was killing it. So I understand, now I see why there's so many PlayStation Move stuff.
Give it a shot.
Blimey, it's gone, governor. Pip, pip, cheerio.
French. Awesome.
¿Dónde es la baseball? La baseball is gone! Faith and Begorra, that one's over the rainbow.
Accents, people. They're fun and they're funny. Frequency. The show is the most realistic baseball experience ever. And I'm not talking just a little real. I'm talking real. Weather effects, new athlete movements, day-to-night transitions. When we found a good thing, we ran with it over and over and over. And that's just as important in shaft talking. If you're going to throw your opponent off his game, you can't just give him the shaft once. You have to keep shafting. Find that thing that gets in their head and repeat it.
The Cubs, dude, the Cubs guy with the Cubs hat?
Lady hair, lady hair, lady hair, lady hair. Lady hair. Da, 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 da. Lady hair, lady hair, lady hair, lady hair. Aww. By the way, you have, you have beautiful hair. Nothing personal. Okay, so I went with lady hair. You can see, people, it's all about choices. I could have gone with the Perminator, a Cocker Manual, like a half man, half Cocker Spaniel.
Maybe a little bit like an Afghan.
Excuse me?
An Afghan, the dogs?
No, Cocker Spaniel. Like Mr. Jinx.
Yeah.
It's got the curls.
Yeah.
See the similarity?
Yeah.
Anyway, like a pitcher, pounding it inside. You don't need to get fancy. Just keep hammering away, and don't stop till their tears stain your outlet mall futon. Those are victory tears, and they taste delicious. Tijuana. Now that you've got your shaft work basics down, it's time to test them on the big stage. The show's new co-op multiplayer mode. For the first time, you can get your friends together for a no-jokes-barred Fiesta de Trash Talk. Dos on dos, dos on uno, dos against the PS3. But be warned, when you find yourself swept up in the competition and the bombs are dropping, don't get overwhelmed. Remember your shaft work and let it fly. Never forget, in trash talk like Tijuana, anything goes. Ernesto
Well,
taught
it's
me
back.
that. He was a master of trash talk. He'd use yo mama jokes on his own mom. Rest in peace.
Full circle.
And that's it. Congratulations. With the training you've received in the Shaft method, you're now fit to grab a copy of MLB 11, the show, and irreparably undermine the self-esteem of everyone you love and care for. I've got to say, if I were capable of being jealous, I almost would be. Congratulations. Don't look me in the eye. I gotta tell you again. Chrome Dome? Lady hair? You're now a man. Shaft. I broke them and I'm going to break you, and then I'm going to build you back up again. And I'm going to break you. Then I build you up again. We'll see where it goes from there.
It's like a different.
Dear PlayStation, got any tips for SOCOM 4?
One word. Teamwork. It makes the dream work. It saves your keister. Hello, gorgeous.
You're an elite squad of Navy SEALs using coordinated attacks, airstrikes, and stealth kills. That's what it takes to save a nation in the middle of a revolution.
Teamwork.
Affirmative. Remember, you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Butler.
3D compatible SOCOM 4. Rated M for mature.
So, my idea for SOCOM is that they turn it into like a Helldivers game, or like Extraction. It's got to be an Extraction shooter. That's what's hot right now. Oh man, it's so fun.
PlayStation. The PlayStation. Cole's new powers in Infamous 2 are impressive.
I know, right?
We turned him up to 11. Even his powers have powers. And have you seen the ionic vortex?
I love that one.
Epic!
Agreed. He and I should team up.
Nah, Cole's more of an underwear on the inside kind of hero.
Infamous 2. Rated T for teen.
PlayStation.
I miss it.
Dear Economy Flooring, my old carpet won't hold up to high traffic use.
Well, Amanda, it sounds like you should take a look at our new Tough Rug. It's tougher than a no-scope headshot from a moving troop transport. Excuse me. Just a sec. Kevin Butler?
Kevin, it's Jack. We need you back.
Jack Tretton?
That's right.
But Jack, I've done everything anyone could hope to accomplish in gaming.
Kevin, we're ready to launch Project LLP.
Really? LLP? That was my idea. You can't do it without me.
That's what I was just saying.
I'm coming back no matter what you say. You are the boss of me.
Even the employees, like Jack Tretton's CEO, is like they're getting in the jokes. That's how like involved they were. That's wild.
Listen up. I'm not coming back to the gaming industry to sell some watered-down, get-grandma off-the-couch weak sauce. We're taking that sweet PlayStation gaming juice you've always loved, throwing it into an industrial-sized 3D HD access to online gaming for free centrifuge, and unleashing it in a 5-ounce form that could kill a centaur. So long live the kind of play that turns 5 more minutes into 5 more hours. Long live owning a TV that's worth more than your car. Long live what brought all of us to this party in the first place. Play. And I believe in that as much as I believe in my no-look flaming crossbow shot.
What's LLP?
PlayStation.
Is that
Tennis, bowling, hip-hop dance,
production of price or something?
all noble pursuits. But when the Chimera invade and gamers lead the resistance, we'll reach for the thing that hurls us into battle like nothing else. The move sharpshooter. Because they may take our sports, and they may even take a few
They really wanted that Wii audience.
of our lives.
but they'll never take our shooters!
PlayStation.
Oh, hey, computer friend. Good news. I'm finally on Facebook. The poking, the inane status updates, the self-indulgent photos of people posing in the mirror. I can't wait. In fact, I got something big planned for all you gamers. It's a little bit of me, a lot of you, and a hefty dollop of energy drink. I'm just getting a few last things ready. Ready for what, KB? Ready for none of your business. Yet. But soon. Very soon. Might need a squinch more energy. Get me more energy. I don't care where you get it. Ever gotten half a haircut? Worn half a shoe? Neither have I. That's why I invented Simulview, TM. Having a friend over for some gaming used to mean half the screen and half the fun. But with Simulview, each gamer gets his own full-screen view of the action. Because halfway is no way to play.
The PlayStation 3D display with Simulview, just $4.99.
$100, no big deal.
Let me give you some free advice.
Now, see, now instead of games, are going on tech, like the hardware stuff.
Take it out of your paycheck next week.
By the way, those TVs broke super quick. Like the lamp in them, like would die out super fast. Gee, I wonder why.
If you really want something, you have to reach out and take it. Just grab it and hold on tight, like a pit bull clamped onto a bacon-wrapped tomcat. And if a few feelings get boo-booed along the way, so be it. Problem? No. That's how Nathan Drake operates in Uncharted 3. When a shadowy group emerges to steal his ring and uncover the secrets it holds, Drake doesn't take it lying down. He plows through pirates, arachnids, and anything else in his way to hold on to his precious. Now it's your turn. When you turn on your webcam, you'll see Drake's ring. If you reach out, grab it, and stay in that position the longest, the ultimate prize will be yours. You wish. The second most ultimate prize. That's right, 10,000 greenbacks. It'll take grit, determination, and a rotator cuff made of adamantium, but you can do it. And I'll be here the entire time to support you like an overbearing...
Yeah, I have that collector's edition somewhere. I also had the infamous one. I don't know where they're all at now. They're probably stored somewhere.
Soccer dad. Come on, Billy, your elbow's dipping. Keep your arms straight. Let's get started. Two can play this game.
All right, people, we all know that gaming is awesome.
But when you hook a PS3 up to a 3D display designed for gamers,
You get 3D gaming like only PlayStation can deliver, and that's...
More awesome.
Speak up, little ladies.
More awesome.
Buy the PlayStation 3D display and get a PS3 for just $100, only at Best Buy.
That's what they were trying to get you. All right.
Greetings, fellow important people of the award show judging tribunal. Kevin Butler here, VP of Making Advertising History. I'm here to tell you a little story. Story of a misunderstood video game console, an arsenal of sharp neckties, and at least one fake mustache. So allow me to open the kimono, as they say in Ohio, and show you how the magic happens with the help of my good friend, the overproduced case study video. Once the darling of gamers everywhere, PlayStation lost its way with the launch of the PS3.
Oh, what's this?
It was overpriced, over-engineered, and marketed to hardcore gamers as a system so powerful, plastic infants would literally weep in its presence. Seen as intimidating, arrogant, and out of touch, PlayStation needed to ignite a new love affair between gamers and the PS3.
We're not ready.
In short, they needed me. I guess you could say I'm a TV spokesman. It's come to my attention that some of you still don't know if the PS3 is right for your family. What? But really, I'm so much more. I'm a listener,
Dear PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation.
I'm an educator. PlayStation moves not only crazy precise, it's also got what we in the future call buttons. If you're not shafting dirty, you're not really shafting. A motivator.
Some Steve's gonna defile it like a junkyard sofa? Wrong!
A fashion icon. An inspirer of catchphrases.
Boom, boom!
With a stick. Well played, Mauer.
Well played, Mauer. Well played, Mauer!
Come on, you can't keep a sales beast like me boxed into one medium. So I took over the internet. Feel free to poke around a bit. Greetings, people of March 2010. So you need next level trash talk. That's why I developed the Shaft method. Shaft! It became the most followed advertising character.
Yeah, you notice the pattern? If they're ahead, they start failing in the next gen. Once they start failing, they catch themselves back up. They go back up. That's why it's a cycle, right? That's why right now Nintendo is they were doing good. Now they got there, and now they're slowly falling. I think PS5 is going to get there last, and Xbox is getting there now, and they're all going to start falling. And so if it's not going to be the games, it's going to be the hardware, right? So
on Twitter, where I'm a relationship guru.
And I think what happened with PlayStation, they caught it super quick. Right, because they were the most expensive system, and also at the same time they were like, "Well, we gotta fix this. We gotta be competitive. We gotta make sure there's personality, not this weird, like these ads that we're showing." Right, so we got to get in there. And Kevin Butler really saved the day, and this is why we're literally watching the commercials 12 years later. Right,
a political commentator, a house guest, 90 days with me in the McGuire house.
Actually, we didn't agree to that.
Sorry, Dad. Already tweeted it. Goes in the bedroom, fellas. Oh, good times. And a muse to gamers everywhere.
Dear PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation.
Dear PlayStation. So, TV? Check. Internet? Check. Then I got all next level on their ass. We're talking international diplomatic. Greetings to all our friends in Canada, or as you say, g'day. Starring in the game. Becoming a sandwich. And a press conference sizzler-upper. I love gaming.
This is the one. This is the one where I was like, wow, he's actually real. Like they put him in the spotlight.
Gaming is having a ridiculously huge TV in a tiny one-room apartment. And oh yeah, I get results. Ooh, that's a lot of hardware. And the people like it.
Bro, here it is. He convinced me to switch from Xbox to PS3. I'm not joking.
In the end, I guess what they say is true. If you want to reignite gamers' love affair with your brand and create the face of an industry, all you need is a middle-aged guy with ridiculously good-looking hair and a necktie.
Where is that man?
Who's a spokesman, tweeting, speaking, interneting, in-game playable sandwich.
He was literally the mascot for PlayStation 3 in the era. He was like the Mario for Sony. There you go. And I'm glad
every once in a while,
I'm glad they added that like
a
revolutionary product because like it's important that we acknowledge Kevin Butler and his greatness, right? Because man, that is next level marketing. Like by the time, like I said, he went on E3 and started showing off like the new tech, I was like, I honestly thought he would work for a PlayStation, just not an actor, It was crazy. Yeah, Reggie and Iwata were the same for Nintendo. They participated in their in their shows or clips and their cutscenes, right? Like they were part of the game. They made like Animal Crossing people out of them or something like that. Like they were there. Like they're like you can get Reggie as a street pass if you walk by him on your 3DS. Like that is the stuff that's relatable to people. When they want personality in their video games, like it's just I don't know, man. It just adds soul to the gaming industry, and I feel like that's what we're missing these days, right? Like who's the CEO of aside from Phil Spencer? and then also like Phil Spencer, is he in any games that like we can quote and also like be a character in? Like no, like he's there's nothing like that anymore. Yeah, it's just so soulless and so corporate. There's no personality behind it. So like it's just it just sucks. Like that era of gaming was totally different than it was now. Like the competition was fierce, right? And they were striving to be on top. And now it's like the industry is fighting itself. Like now it's AAA versus indie, right? The gamer versus the publisher or the developer. Dude, it's insane. It's insane, guys. So what's our takeaway from tonight? I feel like our takeaway from tonight is, things have changed, times are changing. The gaming industry is definitely different. As the background NPC said, it's just not the same as it was back in the day. Right? And I think it's more important than ever before to express your thoughts, your opinions on social media. Tag these guys, tag these developers, tag these people, to let them know what you really like, what you're into. It's important. I feel like the loudest people are often the ones that we don't want to be loud, right? And the ones that are quiet are just kind of letting things roll because they feel either hopeless or they've just given up. And I feel like even one respectful tweet saying, "Hey, like this is not the Nintendo I remember," like whatever, like stuff like that needs to be just shown. Maybe the right person will see it. So keep vocal, keep participating in your hobby and keep active in your hobby, right? Vote with your wallet, as we always say on the channel. Vote with your wallet. Don't give in to practices. This is why secondhand gaming is important, because if you want to play the game, you don't want to support the dev or the publisher. Get it second, so get it used. So this way you're supporting the local stores, not the developer itself. But yes, I just wish there was a little bit more life into gaming again, not the soulless, clawing to the top. Because that's what it feels like right now, like dominating the space keeping our retention. Also, I feel like just as you see in the commercials, the gamer has changed, right? Those guys in those commercials are 15 years older now, right? Like if that guy was 20, he's 35 now. If that guy was 30, he's 45 now. That was me, right? So like, yeah, and they're always targeting, I think, the same demographics, right? And people change, the audience changes, so I can see why they're going for the modern audience, right? But the numbers don't lie. If the stats say you want to cater to the modern audience, a game for everyone, then you sell it to no one, right? Because the stats show that the game didn't sell very well. So I, for one, will get a PS5 Pro. Not now. It is definitely like on the bottom of my list. It's the most luxury item I can think of in my brain. I would rather spend $750 on like a new set of tires for my car, right? Something like that, before I get a PS5 Pro first. That's how low it is on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's way in the bottom there. So I would love it if there was a price drop, or like sometime this holiday it goes on sale. Maybe I'll get it then as a treat to myself. But as of right now, there's no real use for it. If anything else, I can spend $700 on an upgrade on the computer, because my computer is like 12 years old, right? It's pretty old. So, but yes, man, takeaway tonight. We just got to keep looking forward, guys. Keep at it. Keep strong. Play the games you want to play. Support indie devs. They get it. Right now, they're all fighting for attention. They're fighting against AAA, because AAA has kind of led the industry. So now their games are a little bit more attractive than some of the AAA games. Not as bloated, not as expensive. You don't have to spend $60 in a brand new game. An indie game for $20 or less is going to be as fun as a $60 game without the guilt of paying full price for a game. Like I always said on the channel, would you rather spend one game for $60 or 3 games for $20 each? This is how you stretch your dollar. If you go on a Steam sale, buy games for $10 each, you get 6 games out of that. That is as important as getting a $160 game if that's the value you hold, to your gaming habit. So I just know that I have enough games in my backlog, like 15 copies of Mag, so I can wait and play those games that don't have collector's editions. Even now, I'm behind in collector's editions. I don't have the Death Stranding one. I don't have the Ghost of Yotei, in any hurry to get them. So you're more interested in older stuff? Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I just played Spider-Man this year. That game's old. See that down there? That's Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition, right? I haven't opened that yet. So that's got to get played eventually. So yeah, we'll get there, guys. But anyway, I had a fun night tonight. It was like 2.5 hours, right? So I had a good time. Let's do it again. This week is D&D weekend, so I probably won't be Saturday, but maybe Friday if I got nothing going on, we'll come back, play some video games on the channel. I did start playing that Edo zombie, like I was playing this like very briefly last weekend. This game is crazy, dude. This game is insane. Edo Zombie Uprising, right? It's a very obscure game. I got it for like less than $20. Good addition to the collection. And it's very unique. Very unique. So, yeah, had fun tonight. Appreciate you guys as always. Let's count down to the next one. Let's level up as always here. Fantastic. Otherwise, have yourselves a great night. We'll see you again possibly Thursday to streaming something. I'll let you guys know on social media, but it's always good to be hanging out with you guys as always. Maybe we'll do another one of these. Maybe I'll invite somebody. So have a good night, guys. Peace.
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle.
One box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. May the best fighter win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, made one of his street soldiers a fence thing. See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. We just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes. You're on the way to choose your type of life, cause you gotta. I tell you from now, which fighter will be the hotter. I don't think you want this one. Just practice, just challenge me when you're ready with your tactics. High punch, the spin kicks, watch your back split. I see you in the air when I make you back flip. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select to make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. May the best fighter win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, made one of his street soldiers a fence thing. See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. We just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes. You're on the way to choose your type of life, cause you gotta. I tell you from now.